Okay, guys, so we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I'll be your friendly Elder Scroll Master, I guess, because today we are returning to what's become a channel favorite, or at least my favorite. I'm pressing on everyone else, and that is the Unofficial Elder Scrolls role-playing game. This is a terrific fan-made product that is in its current 3rd edition. This is a game, I have a link in the description below where you can gain access to these documents. So everything we're using to run the game today, you can find all that over there if you like. But with me today, I'm going to waste no further time with my jibber jabber. So let me introduce you to the stars of today's session. We have run a couple of sessions on this. Sorry, I am going to jibber jabber, I guess. We have run a couple of sessions of this thus far set in the northernmost province of Tamriel in Skyrim. This time we're going a little further west, and we are going to the Daggerfall Covenant. And with me today are the stars of today's session, which I am calling the Hammer and the Viper. I'll go the order I've got you guys on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are and who you're playing today. First up, we've got Ingolf.
Hi, I'm Ingolf. I'm playing Ratesh the Ravager. He's a cat person, and who needs to read when you can have 2 weapons to fight with? So that's basically his whole philosophy.
We have the ultimate extremes with 2 of the characters on the far ends. We've got one who is nothing but fight and one that is nothing but magic. So this is going to be an interesting experiment. Next up is Graham.
Hi, I am Graham, and I am playing Agranak, sometimes known as the Butcher. He's an orc, but he's not all sort of hack and slash and power and muscle, but of course he is that because we are that. But he is also, his star sign is of the mage, and so not only can he bend people with his axe, he can bend reality with his mind.
Very nice. Next up is Darren.
Down here I'm playing Sinet, a Breton spell sword, from a disgraced noble family, no less.
Shocking. And last, but certainly not least, is David.
Hi everyone, I'm David. I'm playing Veraninde Greylock, Rani to her friends, who generally gets by on her charms, but doesn't believe in sticking around to deal with the consequences of her actions necessarily. That's for other people to worry about. It's a bit of an enfant terrible.
Very nice. All right, so what we assume, guys, is that the 4 of you, for whatever reason, have fallen in together. But let me let's start with a bit of a cold open here. So let me bring you over somewhere. And hold on, do I have I set up rain yet in this game? I have wind, so halfway through to normal. Let me give you some rain. Where are we here? Rain.
Such blue, lovely skies.
It's almost as if I had set you guys up with the idyllic fairy tale like thumbnail, only to pull the rug out. Here we go. So the rain falls in the northern part of the Daggerfall Covenant lands. Would that we were passerbys along the road in this desolate part of the northern coast of the Daggerfall Covenant. What we would see on this ill-used and ill-maintained road is 5 horses. But of these 5 horses, only 4 have riders. The mud, the drenched clothing, the weary look in the face, the bags under the eyes of some, bespeaks how long they have been on the road. But the look of determination in their eyes would tell you that these are no lost souls. They are traveling on a mission. Our 4 heroes make up the 4 riders. The 5th horse The 5th horse belongs to a fallen friend. This is Tiresias, or as some knew him, Sings in Shadows. Sometimes other races in Tamriel have difficulty with Argonian names, and so he went by both. But being that he was a friend, you knew him as Tiresias. Tiresias is dead. You are looking down through this mountainous terrain towards a forgotten settlement. If we were to look at a map, we would see that a tiny barony called Crumford Field is located just in the north on the border between two major geographic regions. And if we were to look even closer, and perhaps on an older map, we would see that the name of this community is Tambled Cove. Tambled Cove, at best, is a pirate haven still. At worst, it is a dead town. Now, what, you might ask, would bring these 4 heroes and an empty horse to such a desolate region? Well, that is a poor choice of employers. If we flash back now nearly a month, one of the ways that those without steady employment can find employment while indulging in their own unsettled or adventurous ways is through employment with the Fighters Guild. The Fighters Guild offers a wide variety of different opportunities, from long-term mercenary commitments to simple tasks clearing out beasties from an old lady's basement. You, being that the 5 of you were accomplished and semi-respected, or at least recognized, adventurers, you hired on for what seemed to be a pretty simple task: find and eliminate bandits. The employer was someone named Lord Perrin Gerford, the Count of Caithwick. I'll put that in chat for you. I know we all went to school with a Count of Caithwick, but, you know, maybe it's spelled differently. Counts in the lands of the Bretons typically are not the lowest of nobility, but they're certainly not at the highest either. At this time, this is, for those who may be familiar with the timeline, takes place about 150 years after the events of the Elder Scrolls Online game, and about 1600 years before the events of Skyrim.
Well,
yeah.
what?
There's a long history in Tamriel. At this time, there is a High King who still keeps the Daggerfall Covenant in check, but the Daggerfall Covenant is made up of dozens, if not hundreds, of individual lords and barons and so forth that are all have different varying levels of allegiance to one another. Importantly, there is no central empire at this time. In a later time, Daggerfall will be a province of the empire, but that is a good 130 years in the future. The Lord Perwin Gerford, once he heard your surname, Sinet, there was a second guessing. Velmont and you've heard this question so many times, you just simply, yes, my lord, of the Velmonts, those Velmonts. His demeanor changed, but not so badly as he decided to not engage you. You were engaged to hunt down bandits led by a rogue and his paramour. The rogue in question was a knight who went renegade. His name, Sir Uthan Moorcroft. Oops, not Dur. That is Sir Earthen Moorcroft is perhaps better known by his sobriquet, the Hammer of Kirkbeth, the Knight of the Violet Rose. He is a brigand, a killer, and a bandit. His paramour, and Sinette, you actually had the misfortune of having met Sir Uthin before. Allow me to introduce you to him once again.
He doesn't sound all bad.
No, I misunderstood more than anything. Nope, wrong thing.
You're on mute, Ingo. But I know you're saying something witty.
Yeah, I was just saying that this violet rose that always is a thing in psychology, yeah? Where
Here,
Violet rather than violent, yeah.
Yes.
this is
I quite like the violent rose. That's quite. Oh yeah.
Sir Uthin Moorcroft, the Hammer of Kirkbeth. And whether, I mean, depending on who you listen to, the wagging tongues will tell you she's the reason for his downfall, but those who know him better will tell you he was always a rotten apple. And let's see the lady who takes the blame for this. And to use lady is really giving her more credit than she deserves. It is Lilithus, a Dunmer woman, or Dusk Elf woman, also known as Moorcroft's Viper. Now, the first stages of your efforts to root out the bandits, I will allow you to use your imagination to think of the tactics that your individual characters participated in. Some might think finding bandits is just a matter of riding up and down the road and fighting shit that you come across. Those are fools. Smart adventurers want to get a job done so they can get paid. And so through a combination of intrigue, overland travel, as well as taking the fight to them, you very quickly were able to start carving down the Hammer's forces. And thanks to Viraninde's very, very, whether by her charms in a metaphorical or a literal sense, you were able to uncover the lair of the Hammer and the Viper. And that was a place had come to be known as Beggar's Keep. A keep that has been left empty for centuries and was really only occupied by opportunistic raiders or optimistic landless knights. You planned your attack, you sealed off the escape, and you thought you had it. The good news is you killed almost every bandit in Beggar's Keep. Your plan worked nearly perfectly. But the nearly is what cost Tiresias his life. The Hammer and the Viper escaped. And in doing so, somehow Tiresias foolishly thought, or perhaps bravely, maybe both, tried to stop them. You don't know precisely what happened, but the scorch marks on his face and the hoof marks on his broken body suggest the Hammer's lady love used her destruction magic to blind him, and then the Hammer rode him down with his horse. To make matters perhaps worse, when you reported these developments to Lord Perrin, he insisted the Hammer's head was what the contract was for. Without the head, you get nothing. And so, the look of determination that you have on your hero's face, that is because there's two reasons that bring you here. One is a payday, and the other, I assume, is revenge. The weeks between the raid on Beggar's Keep, the return to Lord Perrin, and today have been you going across land chasing the Hammer and the Viper. You have not yet come close, but close enough for them to start trying to throw you off the scent. There have been times where they have doubled back, where they have changed roads, where they have checked in under different names and then left suddenly. Even this, they rode for an extended period, and then only because of Agronac's keen eyes, you saw that they cut off the road and bushwhacked for miles in order to come back and take this abandoned road down to Tamald Cove. Tamald Cove isn't even a place that appears on anyone's maps any longer. The fallen trees, the washed out roads, the sinkholes that you found on the road down here suggest it's been more than a century since anyone has really made use of this. That is not unusual for some of these small, especially favored by pirates, places. I can tell you, Kirkbeth is far from here. So this is not a place where he's coming to necessarily meet up with reinforcements. But it is conceivable that he may find someone here who will transport him far away and extend that reckoning that is due to the Hammer and the Viper. Do you guys have any questions?
It's all very straightforward, is it not, my friends? We go in, we take our revenge, we might do a bit of looting, we get out.
Seems almost a too wordy plan for my feelings, but yeah.
So you know,
I'm sure you'll cope, Ritesh.
that where the Hammer is brute force, the Viper is cunning and clever. So you will want to approach with some modicum of care. Now, to get things rolling here, if anyone would like, they can give us a lore check. You don't need to be trained in it to make use of it.
Just as well. Should apply our collective thoughts to this.
So does ooh, that's a big roll for.
So lore is
Lore intelligence.
Intelligence.
Yeah.
That's it.
So Ritesh, did you actually succeed?
Yeah, almost.
Wow.
It's just off by 2 points.
Sinette, you rolled logic, not lore.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
That's a different thing. That's actually for like solving puzzles in, dungeons and stuff like that. Now that's an impressive fail.
That's much better.
Yeah, we haven't got a clue, mate. Not a clue.
No, so what I was wondering to see if you knew anything. Now, first off, you could anyone could, if they chose, spend luck to re-roll, but I'm not hearing any takers, so you don't know. Like I said, there are some towns, especially along the coast, for different circumstances, they've lost touch. You are fairly certain, to give you a sense geographically of where you are. This is a map of the lands of the. This is a way in the future, but this is the lands of the Daggerfall Covenant. It's largely the same back in 1600 years ago. The county of Caithwick is in Glenumbra here, but you have ridden all the way up to Rivenspire. Rivenspire has a certain reputation to it. if you guys wish, you can give us a lore check at +20. You can't give a modifier to the character sheet, but what you do is just treat the result, subtract 20 from that, and then add it to your, or compare it to your stat.
Right. So I make it.
Nice. Nice. Sinette does too.
Even me.
Ratash does too. Okay. I mean, you know, Breton, who bothers to pay attention to this shit? And it's, you know, one might better, you know, observe the rise and fall of anthills as you would to care about this. But the rest of you know that Rivenspire, there's two things that it is known for. For one, for the last 200 years, Rivenspire has been part of the, all the lands are part of the Daggerfall Covenant, but it has not always been a happy partner. There was something called oh gosh, I can't remember the name of the thing. It was... Oh, it's something's war. Reston's War, or something. Anyway, lore people at home will be able to correct me on this. But there was a war that basically where one of the kings of Shornhelm, which is located right here, the king of Shornhelm was not happy with a marriage, how things worked out. Rendor's War, I think it's called. Was not happy with a arrangement in marriage that fell through. Someone had cold feet, married someone else. That led to a war. They lost the war. There was then an interregnum crisis, and then there was a civil war in the region. That was about 150 years ago. It has left, between Rendor's War and the Civil War, it has left things in Rivenspire quite bad. The other thing that Rivenspire is known for, the plague of vampires. Rivenspire has traditionally had a great deal of vampiric clans. It is very far north, it is overcast, and it is close to where the curse of vampirism first came to Tamriel. And as such, there are a legacy of problems in there. But that is what you know about creepy Rivenspire. So, what I mention all of that because Tamald Cove is probably King Rancer's War. Thank you. It is probably a victim of one of those two conflicts, either King Rancer's War or the Civil War that was fought afterwards. None of you can remember the name of the noble house that led that civil war, but maybe it'll come to you. What you can see is that if there are occupants down there, the sun is setting, there are a few lights on, but there are far too few lights for this to be fully occupied. This is likely a place occupied by a fraction of the population that used to live here, and notwithstanding the sinister reputation of Rivenspire, that may very well be just by virtue of circumstance. There's no reason to come here any longer. There's a minor lord that rules this place, and there are other places that become more important coves. Only those who, for whatever reason, have stuck behind or stayed behind, they may be the only ones here. So, how would you like to ride down into Tamald Cove and take your revenge?
Well, they know we're pursuing them, so the Viper's gonna be very cautious. So we've got to be cautious ourselves, I feel.
We've not heard any rumors that they have any sort of special allies here.
That is a good question. I'm assuming you have asked questions on your way down here.
Just a hive of scum and villainy, though, isn't it? So.
And we are such a group of I don't know, of nice people, like the Ravager and the Butcher. Those are the people you want to talk about, talk with. Yes.
The Butcher, I should say, the orcs, in amongst many other things, the orcs are known for an incredible love of ironic humor. The Butcher comes from his knowledge of surgery. He's a great healer. And rather than calling someone weak, why not give him a badass nickname if he's incredibly valuable to your clan?
Oh, I might heal you, but you will never forget it.
Why don't you give us an investigate? I think that's probably investigate compared to personality.
Not too many windows. Investigate. Ah.
103. Great stuff.
I passed this check. I don't know why, but
83. Nice.
The Ratesh did?
I know Ratesh doesn't.
No, I say Sinet did. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Sinet, what's your personality?
38.
Oh, nice. So asking around, what kind of questions would you be asking, do you think?
I'm gonna try and work out and use my noble name, thinking that these sort of people probably don't know that I'm disgraced and know all that tosh, from the past.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna sort of use it as an influence that they might give me some information. And I'll just say we're looking for a couple of travellers. Have you seen, a large man who carries a large hammer come through this way? So
we assume you have done that thus far along with this. I'm wondering whether the reason I was asking you to roll was to see if there's any things. There was a question about whether they had any support. And what I think you can find, Sinet, using your influence, they don't have a lot of friends along the way here. There isn't any place where they're taking hold. They seem to only be able to stay in either squats or they're staying in inns or taverns. There's no one who's taking them in to give them shelter anywhere along the weeks you've spent at the road now.
And is this place got working inns and taverns still?
This place? Who knows? I'm not sure that if you'd asked anyone here whether they would have thought anyone was living here. Or it's a small barony. The barony of Crumford Field is not exactly, staggering in wealth. They may take a kickback from this place, in which case the locals may tell you, I don't know what town you're talking about.
So I would have thought people here would be definitely up for money, to persuade them to speak, in sort of the palming of a few coins, I think would make them speak quite readily, and they're not going to be here again next time you came knocking at the door potentially. So I'll be trying to see if they've seen anyone that fits the descriptions.
So right now we're at the overlook, kind of riding down into town.
Right.
Anything you guys wish to do before you make your way down in there?
Can we make a sort of overall appraisal of which houses seem to have some sort of light and smoke from up here, so that we know, where there's potentially people hiding out?
Yeah. Why don't you give us a observe check? And we'll give you, if you're taking your sweet time until the sun goes down well and truly, why don't you give us a plus 40 to that? So that'll be negative 22. So, yeah, of all the buildings you see in the illustration here, and the boats are in the harbor as well, too, there are lights that come on at maybe 3 buildings. and all in the same kind of area, which makes sense. If a place has been affected by war or whatever, or abandoned, you keep everyone living as close as you can together, if for no other reason than for protection.
Okay.
And you think you can hear music, too.
Hmm.
There's the sound of the rain, the sound of the wind, but not so strong as it can't carry the sound of someone playing a stringed instrument in town, and it sounds like someone singing.
Not skulls being bashed against a drum, then. Is
Nope.
this music? Is this what you call music?
Yeah.
So while
And that's-
Sindat has been keeping watch on this, what have Verninde, Igranak, and Ratash been doing?
I think Verninde is in favor of setting up camp somewhere in one of the other abandoned buildings, maybe further away from where the lights are on, so that we can get out of the rain, stable the horses, and then maybe sneak closer instead of riding up to what passes for Tavern here and announce our arrival.
Good counsel, Vernindi. Yes. We either find an empty building, we take a building.
No disagreement here. I think
Of course
Ratesh,
not.
yeah, just wants to get out of the rain. I mean, a cat in the rain, that's not working.
Looking straggly there, Ratesh. Looking straggly.
Yeah. Although Ratesh's breed does come from more of a jungle climb.
Okay.
Yeah. Although technically the Khajiit don't have different kinds. The subspecies all come from what phase of the moon you were born under. So, with that, let me put that on the map layer. Let me show you what you are riding down into. Or at least an approximation thereof. I think you each have torches as well. Ratesh does not necessarily need it because of his dark vision, but everyone else will need to have something to see by. And unfortunately, Ratesh's horse does not have dark vision. A good chunk of this town has nobody in it. What are you doing apart from the gulls? There's crows in this illustration, but it's likely gulls because of the proximity to the ocean. Apart from the gulls and the rats, doesn't seem to be any other sign of life for the first few blocks that you're riding through. Finding a place that will be abandoned and up for being claimed should be easy.
But I'm just waiting for someone to decide which house we take. I don't know.
We'll just take the first easy access without having to break doors or smash anything that's going to make noise and alert people.
And ideally with a roof.
Yeah, or a second floor.
Okay. So just a place with a single floor with a roof?
Or a double floor, that's at least going to shield us if the roof's in bad state.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe somewhere we can get the horses off the street and sort of stash them in a back alley or a yard behind the house.
Out of sight, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's easily you'll find a place that would be sufficient for that. It could be a home or an old shop or something like that. A shed that you clear out to get all the horses in. There are a lot of gulls in here, too. Not in the place, but there's a lot of them in the fucking town. And, lots of easy places to nest, right? So that's probably it. With everything stashed away, what do you guys intend on doing next? Based on the sound of things, it's probably a few blocks until you reach whatever the source of that sound is.
Do want to take a bit of time to sort of dry off, take some food in, have a bit of a rest from our journey before continuing.
Okay.
Let's do this. And Agranak, can you tell me something about this? There are vampires here. Should we be concerned about this?
No.
Okay.
No, you should not be concerned.
Good.
We're actually quite close to something called the Rothgar Mountains, and that's not far from... The Orzamer don't, at different times, have had a homeland, and you're actually not that far, relatively speaking, from it. So the Rivenspire, one of the neat things about the Tamriel setting in general is that it is incredibly cosmopolitan. Because there's such a long history behind it, there's people from all the different species all over the fucking place. So, and there is, while there are definitely racial tensions, particularly towards orcs, which sometimes are not seen as people, it doesn't prevent them from being interlaced or like working alongside all the other species here. So, what is the mood like? Having reached here, I imagine this is not the first time that you have had them, in your clutches. I don't think you've necessarily encountered them face to face, but I think you've been on the cusp of a confrontation with them at least once before, maybe twice. What's the mood?
I think Sinette is just frustrated. This is just dragging out. This should have been done. We should have done it the first time. And it is, obviously the revenge thing is playing on the mind. Just want to get it done now, whatever it takes, as quick as possible.
3 is a difficult number, my friend. Third time, ill omen that we have not managed it on the first 2. Third time, I can tell you stories of the 3. Not good. I fear that this being the third time, it'll be the most difficult. Even though we have taken out many of their people, I fear 3 not a good number. Ill omen.
You hear the gulls outside.
Yeah. As long as there aren't any vampires to care about, we will manage.
Oh, I admire your confidence, Ratesh. Perhaps with your confidence, we will see it through.
We're lucky the vampires will get them.
I think this place will flush them out, one way or the other.
Flush is a very appropriate word for this place, Sinette.
So, with having the opportunity to, get the horses properly stabled in here, a little food in you, a little drier than normal, what is the course of action?
Let's go and listen to the music a little bit closer.
The music still plays, does it?
It is.
Music.
And is it sort of music we would expect in a desolate place like this, where there's some sort of baldy pirate tavern, or is it some weirdly... Oh yeah, we last heard is at the court of Count Perrin, and it's out of place for a desolate town like this.
Why don't you give us a lore check for Virninde at plus 20. Virninde is originally from the Somerset Isles, and you want to luck that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
All
Come on.
So she's originally from... There you go.
Yes.
Okay. So Virninde is originally from the Somerset Isles, and the... as the name suggests, you have to sail in order to leave there. And in keeping with your enfant terrible reputation, you've been to a lot of seedy ports and stuff like that. So while she may still keep the cultured Ultimer manners and, not upkeep. Upkeep maybe is the word. She's definitely seen the seedier side of life. Yeah, there's if this is a pirate place, they think no one's going to fucking find this place, because why would anyone come here? So they may be celebrating for some other reason. Why would they have any reason to be quiet? You know? So...
And was the music coming from one of these buildings that was lit up?
Yes, and right down near the docks as well.
Right.
Which would not be surprising, because there would be big taverns and whatnot down by the docks. Who doesn't want to cater to sailors in better times?
Do we know of any sort of magic that could project sort of music or something?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So plenty of illusionary.
Heck yeah. And I will also tell you that the Bretons, some unkindly call the Bretons half-elves. The reason being not because they're half-elves, but they do have Mer lineage. One of the reasons why they're so prone to magic is because of their magical heritage. It's not... I don't think it is canon one way or the other, but sometimes they are actually depicted with slightly pointed ears, and sometimes not. They don't have the exaggerated, elongated ears the way that the Ultimer do, or some of the other Mer, or the Orsimer, for that matter, like the orcs. But they're a deeply magical people, so it's very common, and almost as common as what it is among some of the, particularly the High Elves.
I'm a little concerned they're trying to draw us into a trap, maybe. With this draw of the music. I think we should approach with caution, definitely.
And traps are only a concern for people too weak to get out of a trap. We just have to be strong, and then we manage to fight out.
Well, we've lost one. We don't want to lose another.
Yeah, but he ran out and he was alone. That was not good strategy, even I would say.
Be cautious, but we should approach.
Okay.
So let's seek out these buildings.
So allow me to show you what the exterior... If you get closer, what you find, there really is only one building that has a significant amount of lights and clearly life inside. One of the waterfront... Here, I'll shift ping to get you where you guys are. Now, Ritesh will have no difficulty seeing because of his dark vision. The rest of you likely are in darkness and viewing an entrance. These here are part of the posts that keep an overhang still in place over this establishment. These are the doors inside, and I'm assuming you have circled around. Let me make sure that there is no other entrance here. Well, that's the trap. That's the dragon. That's the... Oh, did I... Ingolf's reaction to this bullshit is always my favorite. Just like,
It's not his first day.
Yeah.
So I could, I mean, if I needed to, I could cast Night Eye, couldn't I?
Yeah, you could help someone else with that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right, because you can't see. Hold on, you can't. You also have torches. Torches will give you 10 meters of bright light, 10 meters of dim light. It may be 5 of each.
Is the light we're seeing coming out of the building from those torches?
There's actually torches burning right here and right here.
Yeah, so we are seeing that.
And what you can see hanging, a very aged sign stained because of the verdigris that has crawled across it. It says the Copper Pike and has a very discolored pike in place or mounted on the thing. The sound of the music seems to come from within. And now that you get close to it, it's not nearly as loud as what you thought. It's just that without any competing sound, goes elsewhere. There's a single singer inside, and he seems to be favoring you would know, Sinette, a Bretonian standard. One of those folk songs that people like. Definitely for those more on the coast, because it has to do with, ships and whatnot. But it's something that you probably heard, 100, if not 1,000 times before. There's nothing exceptional about this.
Now, the Hammer and the Viper, they're on horseback, or they were on horseback?
Yep, and there is a stable attached to this place near the back.
I'd like to confirm that there's horses in it.
Sure.
If we can.
There are definitely horses in it. And with careful examination, if, say, you send... Ratesh, you're trained in stealth, aren't you?
I don't think so.
Yep, you're apprentice.
Oh, yes. Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I can
Ratesh...
sneak in. Yeah.
Well, the reason I ask is so you can reconnoiter, because you can see in the dark.
Yes.
There's no light in there. And Ratesh, you could tell there's no one watching the stables. They are, in fact, unlocked. So when you go inside, you find that there are only 2 horses in here with fresh hay placed down. One of the horses has bridling that is hanging in the stall, all accented with violet roses. The other, the smaller, has worked into the leatherworking snakes. If you were to be so disposed, you might think vipers.
Okay. This is very easy, yeah.
Did we confirm any other entrances or exits from this?
There is a back door, but it seems to be locked from the inside.
And we have potentially got access to the second floor by these pillars and...
Yeah. Let me put it this way. How angry are we that our comrade is dead?
Let's have
I mean, if we wanted to be totally sure that they wouldn't escape on their horses, there would be an easy way to make sure of that.
There's a gleam that goes from Ratesh's eye that...
I wasn't thinking anything as drastic, maybe just tying their legs together, but
that's a quick fix.
what you propose would be more definitive in preventing escape on horseback.
I think we will go with your thing. You're from the lands around here in some way or another.
Technically, Virinende is probably from the land is furthest away from here, to be fair.
Yeah, I just... That might be true, but I don't think Ratesh will care so much. So
No. So what do you guys make of it? Ratesh is in favor of pulling an Elmer's glue on the horses.
And he's willing to do it?
Let me put it this way. The player is a little bit reluctant, so he wants to be convinced that there are other options. But I think that the character would definitely do it, because we want to fight them. We want to...
Yeah, I wouldn't be keen to do it, but I would understand it being done. That's how I'd put
Can you
it.
think of other ways of dealing with it?
I mean,
There's
you
no
could
one
lead them
watching
away.
these stables, I can tell you.
You could
Yeah,
lead
we
them
could
away
just-
and hide them somewhere else.
Yeah, we could just let them
Just tie
escape.
In
Yeah.
another stable.
Just tie the horses,
Well,
so
just
that they're
take them
secure.
a couple of streets away and just tie them in a stable hidden that
Yeah.
they wouldn't find them easily, and it just wouldn't be worth, wouldn't have time to find
Yeah,
them.
let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I can tell you that unless people have gone to bed very soon after nightfall, the only lights are coming from the main room. The second floor, if you're pitch black, the rooms on the left side of the building, pitch black.
So if we think we can do it quietly enough, then we'll do that. We'll lead
Yeah.
the horses off.
You can do so quite easily.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the horses have been led away, have been stashed the way for the hammer and the viper to escape, at least one of them, is gone. The two ships that you see in the bay, or the cove, neither of those have lights on either.
I don't see any rowboats.
There is, near the docks there is a rowboat, but it's tough to tell. They're not in great shape. So it's
But
tough
the
to...
main ships, they look like they're sailable ships. They're not like wrecks or...
You've waited long enough to come down so it's dark right now. I mean, there are masts. The sails aren't up, but it's difficult to tell what condition they might be in.
I mean, they're floating, so
They're floating and they're not lifting or anything like that. Like they're not taking on water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's time to go inside and clear things.
Are there any unshuttered windows? Like, could we get a peek inside? Or we just storm in?
Curiously, the windows are shuttered from the inside.
I mean, you were speaking, were you not, Ritesh, of vampires? Interesting. I wonder exactly what we have in here. I think we need to be on our guard, just in case, you know, just in case. No lights, vampires, perhaps.
You said we don't
briefly-
have to worry about vampires here.
No. No.
The more often you say that, the more concerned I get, Ritesh.
Wait, he said, okay, whatever, yeah.
No, I don't think
Briefly
Ritesh
sneak
should be
inside
concerned.
unnoticed.
I am concerned, but not Ritesh. Ritesh has no need to be concerned.
The one thing to think of is if they are vampires, they would need to feed. And who would they be feeding on here?
Yeah. Let's just go in and...
Well, not the gulls.
Yeah, but what are the gulls feeding on?
Fish and chips, usually.
Yeah.
Decide, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If you wish to step inside, allow me to...
Yeah.
Or
Go on.
weapons as we...
Go on. Click your fancy VTT buttons. I dare you.
Then allow me to reveal...
Here
we go. You can move yourself in front of the door if you like.
Yeah. I mean,
Ritesh is always under my feet. It's like our cat at home.
Then, in 3, 2...
Bosh.
You throw the door open, and the interior here is about a quarter full. There's someone playing by the fireplace on the right-hand side. There's otherwise what looks to be a bunch of maritime Bretoners, or Bretonians. They all sort of look over, the music stops, and they see you guys standing. And the bartender, an older Bretonian man, balding, looks... Well, are you coming in or out? The rain's not welcome,
yeah.
but you are.
Step in.
Step in. Yeah, in we go. Close the doors.
Okay.
Immediately scan the room for likely targets.
Oh, definitely. What you can tell is that while the place is about a quarter occupied and the door to that larger room on the side is open, there's no sign. What the heck is going on here? Nope, not that. Fuck it, I'll remake the door. Fuck it, we'll do it live. Here we go.
It's a big place.
And certainly, not ominously, the door shut behind you. So, Yeah, the place, wherever you choose to sit, there's the blazing fireplace on the right-hand side. There are a bunch of people looking up, kind of curious. The most hostile the looks you're getting is someone who is just not happy with the breeze coming in, but once that's closed, they all sort of go back to their thing. And the person who is playing at a seat near the fireplace there is, once again, picks up his lute and goes back to playing once again. This time just playing music, a little quieter, and not singing. You guys can see that in the top left, or the to the left as you come in, there are stairs that would lead up to the second floor. Looks like there's another door leading to elsewhere on this floor over here. This door is askew. If you walk past it, you can see there is a long and empty table in there, and it looks as if there is a room back here. When you walk in, someone steps out of there and closes the door. Oh, one of the waitresses, one of the two waitresses here. What do you guys choose to do? While they are not altogether hostile or unfriendly, no one's inviting you to take a seat with them. There is no sign of either the hammer or the viper. The bartender says, "Have a seat. Have a seat where you like."
Do the people here all look like they're sort of together?
In different groups. There's, like I said, there's about a third, so it's probably like maybe two of the circular tables and one of the long tables, or maybe two of the long tables have people at them. They seem like the types, I mean, no different from the folks you saw at, at other taverns anywhere you stayed. This is a little bigger, but maybe this place was more active at another time. You don't know the history of this region, so it's tough to tell. It's also, if these are a sampling of the people, this is more people than with the lights that you saw on. Why don't you guys each give us an observe check, please? Nice, Sinette. So compare to your perception.
Yep.
Okay, Sinette got a success. Agranak, is that for you?
That is a success.
Nice. Okay, and Virininde?
Just missed it.
Just missed it. All right. So Agranak and Sinette, I think you guys look over, and what you can see, hanging on the wall above those three long tables on the right side of the room, there is a quite faded, but still fairly maintained banner. And it's not unusual for, especially with the different, the dynastic houses fighting one another across the different city-states and kingdoms and whatnot in the Daggerfall Covenant, for people to wear their allegiances, as it were, and hang the colors of their noble. This is a purple and violet one. But the colors, while coincidental with the colors favored by the hammer of Kirkbeth, you clue into it, Sinette, when you see it, and you're like, right. You were struggling to try and remember the name of the family, the house, that led to the Civil War. House Montclair. And this faded banner of House Montclair, it's got to be, a century and a half old at least, hangs proudly on the wall. What do you guys do?
I will point it out to the rest of the group quietly. Just point of interest.
Yeah, you're trying to remember. House Montclair was the one that... They're the cause of that, and there was something more to what happened with them. There was something more than just being an insurrectionist noble family, but you can't recall what it was. Or
But
maybe
they
it just was
started-
never, circulated.
They started the war, though, did they?
Definitely.
And did they
Although
win?
you would know, as a scion of a fallen house, what a more accurate way of saying it is that the histories record that the Montclair started the war and were to blame for that.
Did they win in a fashion? No.
They did not. And in fact, the
History
Montclairs...
is not written.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the
History's not written by them.
Fortunately or unfortunately, the Montclairs are extinct as a house.
Easy to blame.
Yeah, and they had, it's a claim that many royal houses can make, but House Montclair, one of the reasons they were able to lead that is because they had a claim to the throne of Shornhelm. The major kingdom up here that was part of the Daggerfall Covenant, they could have had a connection with that. So, but it's a good reminder of, all things fucking fade. Who was the most important person, 2 centuries ago? It's a forgotten lineage at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And there'd be no connection to the Hammer or the Viper in any way. This is all long gone. And
Yeah, I mean, the
their
Viper...
families weren't part of that.
Lilithus is a Dunmer, so she's actually an elf from Morrowind, from very, very far to the east. Or at least her people are. And Sir Uthin is from Kirkbath, which is far to the south. Which is what...
So, I think at the table there is free. This one?
Yep.
Next to the fire. I would sit down there. That's, just because I want to be warm for the fight.
Yeah. You may be a cat man, but you're part dog. I get it.
Huh.
What about... Oh, go ahead, David. Sorry.
Veraninde will go up to the bar
Yeah.
and order us some drinks.
All right. Well, hello, my lady. It's been... I cannot say we've had your kind here often. At least
No,
not in a while.
I suppose you don't get many visitors from out of town, do you?
Not many. What brought you here? And how did you get here? I did not hear we had a boat in.
No, sadly, we had to trudge through the mud and this abominable weather. We're just passing through.
Oh, you took the
Yes.
road.
Yeah. So our throats are very parched. If you have something to help with that, my good friend.
Oh, I am. Of course. You've got some reserves here. What were you looking for? Something fancy? Something local?
Ooh, something fancy, definitely. She motions in the direction of Sinette. I travel with people of refined taste, so some of your better stuff,
of
please.
course. No.
I think Agranak will come up to your shoulder and say, "Refined taste indeed.
Yeah.
What are we looking for? What are we looking for? What are we looking for indeed? Are you going to ask him, Virinandi?"
Just ordering some drinks, Agranak.
Really?
This tradition, yes.
Ugh.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you together then?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, of course. Well, I was just explaining to the lady. We've got several fancy aperitifs from far away. I'm not
sounds
certain.
terrible.
I've heard that them Khajiit folk, they favor quite spicy food. And I can't say as I've got anything quite as spicy. None of that sugar, what they like.
Sugar. I'll just sort of caress my tusk, my left side. I do not have a sweet tooth.
Oh, well, I've got something for you as well. Here we are. Perhaps a stout made for you, sir. And will the lady and the cat and the Khajiit be drinking as well?
Oh yes, some fine wine that you might have.
I have something straight from the Somerset Isles, and I believe it's not gone off yet.
Marvelous.
Excellent. So he moves his way into the back, into the kitchen to go and collect whatever it is he is trying to collect. As he's gone, you have a chance to look over things. You can smell there is fire burning, but Agranak, perhaps you've already eaten, so you're not turned towards it. But you know what isn't in here? There's no smells of food cooking. It could be very well that they've cooked things to order, but often most places have that kind of 100-year stew going where something is cooking constantly and they just keep adding to it. Mm-hmm. Most taverns you hit all across Tamriel will have something akin to that going. But after that, he collects the drinks and he brings them back for you. Here we are. And he brings the label from the Somerset or the Altamore wine to show you what's being prepared. Places it down. Otherwise, everyone else is getting kind of a local beer or mead. It's all set down. Are you looking for?
Do you have many guests, sir, at your inn?
If you're asking a roundabout way, sir, whether we've got rooms, we do have rooms available for let. Will you need a place for the evening?
No, I'm just wondering what your business is like and how you're doing with guests.
Oh, very kind of you to ask, sir. Very kind indeed. Business is good, thank you. Well,
I look around. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Good.
Quite good indeed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you're not staying for the night with us, would you care for a bite to eat?
What do you have to offer?
Oh, you're way back at the table. Are you shouting from there?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry. No, I don't.
What's on the menu?
Yeah. So, I mean...
Is your kitchen busy? I say, sort of sniffing notably.
No. We don't have much call for food. At least not from our guests.
Why?
Why? Well,
yes.
These fine folks often find that they can get a bite to eat on their own.
Do they?
Oh, yes. Very little cooking done for me, though they do enjoy a good sip. Isn't that right, boys? And then one of the two looking up from the table closest to you guys on the left there, they look and smile and toast their goblets up.
Ned, are you really sure that there's no vampires here?
I didn't say that. I said there was nothing to be afraid of.
So while I'm asking Ned.
Yeah, Agranak and Virananda, you're at the bar. You're talking to the bartender. What are the two of you doing while you're sitting at this table?
Can we hear the conversation?
Probably quite easily.
Yeah.
I think Orzamer, like me, do not have inside voices. So
yeah. I think I shall sort of turn to Ritesh and say, I think we need to accelerate our situation here, and I'm going to walk over to the bar.
Okay.
Well, yeah. I mean, I can still quietly say, I mean, what we could offer is some food. There's two very tasty people that.
So he, as you walk over, he says, "Oh, hello, lady. Your friends were about to bring your drinks over. Would you prefer that we have them brought over for you? I know what it's like to get so thirsty."
Well, I am. We are on a bit of a time frame. We're not got a lot of time, I'm afraid. I couldn't help but notice that there were some horses in the stable. would you know who owns those horses? Because I'd be very interested in purchasing one of those horses.
Were you looking to... Oh, where's that stable lad got to? Did he not meet you out there?
No, we didn't see anyone.
Oh, did you fix your horses in there yourself?
Oh, we put them somewhere else because we didn't come across this place until we heard the music when we got closer. So we
somewhere else.
But yeah, down the road. Unfortunately, one of our horses is lame, and I'm looking for a replacement.
Oh.
Would I be able to speak to the owners of one of those horses in the stables?
He leans forward. Now, young lady, you've hidden your horses elsewhere in town, and then you went snooping around, whereas you're not supposed to. You and your friends. You're not bandits, are you?
Sir, do I look like a bandit? And I sort of gesture.
I do.
Yeah, you gesture to yourself. He kind of does the look up and down and kind of...
Well, I look around the room and think, well, compared to the rest of the room...
So at this point, with the mention of bandit, there's a lot of attention that seems to be on you guys. And while you're not quite as loud as what Agronak was, I mean, this bartender is fucking loud, it seems that everyone else in here has pretty good hearing. You all heard that bandit mention. Now,
Bandit, morsel bandit.
I'd hate for things to be going sideways. Why don't you tell us the truth, young lady? Is you and your friends ne'er-do-wells? Were you coming here looking for trouble?
We're not looking for trouble, sir. I said,
Oh,
I'm
well,
looking
that's
for a
good.
horse.
That's certainly good. You're not looking for trouble.
No, she isn't.
Oh, sir.
Yeah.
She's not looking for trouble, but are you implying you are, sir?
When you asked a question, she gave an honest answer.
That she did.
And we asked you a question, and you've yet to answer it, sir. I say, looking at him, just running the finger up and down the tusk slightly.
So
with the question, yeah. I'm sure your answer is just on the tip of your tongue.
You can see his smile gets bigger. Well, sir, now I think we're speaking the same language.
I think so.
Bear
Just
with
the
me
orc.
2 moments, guys.
Sorry, guys. I'm just...
I don't think you were getting out of it, whatever you
No,
said.
No. I think Agronak is just had enough. Actually, I think he's just
You got
bring it on.
yeah, fuck
You
this.
got
Come on. Boring conversation anyway. Chewie!
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Let's see here. Where is he? Yeah, there we go. All right. Now, let me get... where are we here? Yes! There we go. All right. Get him set up here. Get his friends set up. So many of his friends.
Restoration.
This is going to take a little while. There's
It's
just
alright.
so
Checking their
many.
magic.
Oops, shit, fuck. Made the wrong thing.
Oh god, that's heavy.
Go. All right. and playing by the fire. Okay, guys, allow me to show you. It's not a direct illustration of our fine West Country friend here, but this will give you an idea of what he what transformation he undergoes. Yeah.
That's the sound that all of them make, yes?
Yes. You can hear it all across the thing. I'm genuinely physically incapable of not making sound effects when I'm showing monsters. Okay. Then let me bring this to the token layer. There we go. Bar full of monsters. Love it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's a few more than I was expecting.
Let me place my initiative tracker here. And then let me add everybody. Oh, you know what? Let me ask you. Can you guys, if you right-click on your token, are you able to add turn? Or do I have to do that?
Where would that be? Would that be on there?
Open characters, the only menu I got.
Yeah,
Oh,
same.
okay. Yeah, no problem. Let me add you in here. Let me get rid of all these other folks. Here we go. So the way initiative works, it is 1d6 plus your initiative modifier. It doesn't roll automatically from the sheet, unfortunately.
Okay. All right.
But if you could just roll that and then add in, once it's rolled, add it in for your for where your thing is, and let me add for my initiative tracker here.
Is that initiative rating, yeah?
Yes, exactly, yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty substantial. Oop, I'm gonna grab my dice tray.
Wow.
All right. Nice. Oh, I gotta roll for this guy. And as a vampire, what do we get? Whew. You're fast. I'll give him that. Okay, so that is 14. Viridide, did you hit enter on your token?
Oh, sorry. There you go.
There you go, okay. Then, nobody is surprised, so we're starting round 1. Everyone grab your 3 bits and bobs for your action points. And moving equal to your speed is not part of an action. You can cut it across all of your turns. So, Ritesh, you are up first. You have 3 action points. What would you like to do? Every one of these is obviously a fucking vampire. So you need not worry about, like, oh, am I killing evil? Everybody's got the, like, vampiric thing at the same time.
No need to worry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just trying to find my movement rate, but I don't find
your
it,
speed
it's above the initiative rate.
Oh, yeah, 14. Yeah, 14. So, yeah. Gosh. I think I'm going over here and just attack this one with the...
Oh, yeah, hold on. You know what? Let me give your... I forgot to set up your auras, but give me 2 seconds and I'll have that. 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Okay, so Ritesh, you have... I think I fucked up and didn't set this sheet to meters. Let me just quickly do that so that this is correct. All right, it is... Each cell is 1 meter. There we are. And Ritesh... Yes, okay. I'll put yours at 2. I think I put them all the same color. It actually won't cook. So can only Ritesh see that right now?
At least I can see it, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I cannot.
Awesome. Okay, so I think I've finally figured this out. All right, and only Darren, you can see that?
Yep.
Okay. Veraninde, I'll put yours at 1. Only you can see that?
Yep.
And Agranak. There's just 2 meters, I think, right? There you go. Oh, you know what? Actually, we found last time. Square ones are easier to... Because there's certain squares where it's kind of... It's a little weird. Not as pretty as the circle one, but it's a more clear way of tracking where precisely you can hit and where you can't.
Right.
So I'll just quickly do that. Sorry, guys, I should have done this beforehand. I forgot. I was too busy dreaming up. Like, is it 14 vampires or is it?
Only 6.
Yeah. Okay. There you are. All right, so everyone should have their relevant things up. I'll put this guy behind the bar here. There we go. Ritesh, so you're going to race over. Now, I'll let you, because of your dual weapon thing, I'll let you ready both of them as, as one action, if you like.
Okay, so readying the weapon is also an action, okay. Yeah, okay. So I will just then use one action to attack.
Okay. So, well, you've got one action to ready your 2 weapons. Both of them are out, and one action to attack. I am going to.
I'm just I'm just doing it first. Yeah,
okay.
That's okay.
All right, I'm going to try and evade. I failed, so just hit.
Yeah, I hit.
66 against your... That's... Oh, agility. That is a miss. Or because your agility is a 50.
Okay, because it says... and this... 30
yeah, you're on the 96, in fairness.
Yes.
So actually, that would have been a crit fail. Would you like to spend a luck reroll?
Yes. I will do it.
It immediately opens up by falling into the fireplace.
Let's say there's not being worried, and there's that. So.
Yeah, so
there you go.
Hey.
All right, so a superior roll damage second time.
Yeah, wait a minute.
These guys have no armor on.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so you get to
7.
add your strength bonus is a 4. That is 11 points plus 2 for the advantage. That is 13 points of damage. They have no armor. Why don't you tell us what it looks like as this first vampire dies?
Yeah, but just slice him in half, maybe? I mean...
Turns to dust, collapses down.
Yeah,
you have 1 more
yeah.
AP, and you still have a bunch of movement left. You want to bank that for later in the round, or?
Yes, I want to bank it, but maybe I can shout out, remember, we have to keep one to ask where they left the head.
We need the head for cash. So, Agranak, 3 action points. What would you like to do?
Oh, gracious. I don't know. I will... go on. Why not? I will turn to the barkeep. Does he seem to be in charge?
It's tough to tell.
Like
they're
just
all,
a random, yeah.
Yeah, they're all dressed like none of them are dressed like warriors. They're just fucking vampires. Is the trouble.
I'll just turn to him and my staff will flare with a green baleful light, and I will say in a ritual tongue, "Begone, turn undead." 3,
nice.
Bush. Or I'll try and do it anyway.
Okay.
That's restoration.
Yeah. So it's turn undead, right?
Yep. Which is page 101, by the way. If you're
awesome. Thank you very much.
No worries.
Okay.
I've got it open.
Target.
Well, I'll make a roll.
What level are you casting it at?
Oh, I see. So I can pick between 1 and 3.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right.
And then the question, so one of the things with the spellcasting, the listed cost, you can always cast as a restrained spell, and that reduces the cost by your willpower bonus.
I'll do that, I
So,
suppose.
like, your...
level 3 restrained?
Yep, that works. And then... there are certain spells where you get a benefit from casting them unrestrained, like Ward, but this one, it doesn't, so...
Okay.
There's no reason not to cast it restrained.
Okay, I will cast it as restrained.
Okay.
So I'll cast it level 3, which is a +0 to his willpower test. But I do need to make the roll, though, don't I?
You do need to make the roll. Yep. So it's a restoration roll.
Okay, let's go with that. Bang.
Come on.
Oh, come on.
Big hit. Now, was that?
That's got to be a good roll.
15. Nice. I was just checking to see. 1 to a 4. Not only do you get a critical success, you also get a luck point back. Or you get a luck point on top of what you got. So, excellent. All right. So then I need to make a willpower check. I have +5 because it's a vampire.
No.
No, he just cowers from you, and you know he's going to flee. That is 1 AP. You could pass, or you could take another action if you like.
So I can hold those 2, can't I?
Yep.
So for now, I'm going to do that. I'm going to watch what my friends do. I'm going to keep 2 to support them.
Yep, perfect. So let's keep 2 of your, whatever you're using to track your AP in front of you. Next up is Sinette. What are you doing, Sinette?
I'm going to turn and see these 3 on the right over here.
Yep.
And I'm going to fire off a shock bolt against one of them.
Nice. Okay. I am going to try and evade.
I'll do it level 3
And
as well.
I got a 2 degrees success.
Okay. This is destruction.
Yeah.
So let me give that a go. Oof, that's a bad roll.
You want to lock that?
I am going to re-roll that one.
We have yet to see what happens with a critical fail. Oh! And we're keep waiting.
Nice.
Now, here's the trouble, though. You rolled 0 degrees success because you rolled your 10 digit is a 0. Would you like to spend... it'll be 3 luck to get it to...
Yeah, because defender wins in a draw, doesn't he?
Exactly.
Nah, that's too expensive.
Oh, right.
Okay, so just take it off. Your blue bar, incidentally, is your magicka. So for Agronac...
Right. Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah. Okay, I've been noting it somewhere, but let me just do that.
Sorry. Then I'll track you. Your blue bar, I should have said, green bar is your luck, blue bar is your magicka, red bar is your health. And the yellow dot that's on there, that is your stamina points.
Okay, so I did it wrong, but it's no problem. I can just change.
No, I didn't do it.
Okay, nice. So then, so that's your first action. You just take off. Did you cast it restrained or unrestrained, Sinette?
Unrestrained, so it was 8.
8. Okay, so then,
Yep.
Okay, you got that. You have 2 more actions, or 2 more AP at least. And it just as a, because David and Graham haven't played this the first time, that takes up their action points as well. So, like, they can't just unrestrained do that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I typically just tell you when they're out of AP. So that, because like, we could just spend time just trying to describe it and communicate it in fiction. I think it's just easier to be like, look, they're out of AP, and we can describe what that is after you try and attack.
I'm prompted by chat. Are any of them sparkling?
None of them are sparkling, no. Unfortunately, Sinette missed with her electricity bolt, so yeah, most definitely they're not sparkling.
Okay. Well, it's worth asking. I think it was a good question.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then I think I'll just draw my sword.
Okay, so that's second, and you're keeping 1 AP banked?
Yep.
All right. Verinende, you have 3 AP.
I think her first instinct is to protect herself, so she will call upon her alteration. Mastery is putting it too far, but knowledge to cast the armor spell on herself, or at least attempt to.
Awesome.
Well,
yeah, and it lasts for 1
idea.
minute, I think, too. It's pretty sweet. Whoa!
Whoa!
Oh, I thought not a crit though, but that's fucking great. All right, what does it look like? What does your armor spell look like?
think for a moment there'll just be this sort of eldritch swirls and like sort of scintillating blues and then whites, sort of maybe reminiscent of the skies above the Somerset Isles.
Love it.
Like clouds passing over blue skies that sort of then infuse her clothing and sort of just make it shimmer slightly.
All right, so that's 1 AP. Did you cast it restrained or unrestrained? I'm assuming unrestrained because then you get your willpower bonus.
Yeah, on that note, so if I cast it restrained, it costs less, or how
It
does
does,
that work?
yeah. So, like, if you cast a spell restrained, then it will reduce the cost by your willpower bonus, and in your case, actually, willpower bonus +1, because you are also a cautious caster.
But it doesn't have as strong an effect.
But it does, yeah. Well, it's not so much that it doesn't have as strong an effect, it's that you get a bonus if you cast it unrestrained. You'll see some of them say overload on the spells. And like for instance, under armor, it says in brackets. It doesn't say that, but in brackets plus WB to AR.
Yeah.
When you cast it unrestrained, you get to add your willpower bonus to whatever the spell strength is. So.
In that case, yeah, absolutely unrestrained.
I had a feeling. So that'll be 6 then, and you get 6 AR.
Nice. And does that stack with my fancy robes?
It does.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so that's
expensive,
one.
those.
You have 2 more AP.
For my second AP, is there a bottle of high spirits conveniently on the bar counter?
There's the bottle with the label on it of the, what do you call it? The High Isle. Or Somerset Isle drink.
Is that like a high percentage wine? Like a special sort of, would it be flammable is what I'm getting
Probably, yeah.
In that case,
This is based on a video game. Every alcohol is flammable in this. So.
In which case, she'll grab that bottle and try to throw it at this closest vampire here.
Okay. So then I think you're just giving us an agility check then. Oh, you can give us a combat style check and we'll just take -10 or +10 to whatever you roll, and then we'll compare that to your agility. So 40.
And that is that's unfortunately a failure.
Okay. So
I'm going to spend a luck point on this.
Hell yeah, go ahead.
Come on. No.
So you toss this thing at them, and the one kind of batters it aside and says, "It's not what I'm thirsty for, love." You have 1 more AP.
I'm going to bank that one in case of emergency.
You got it. Time for the emergencies. So, let's see here. Vireninde, Sinet, and Agranak, you all have APs banked, and this vampire, this vampire started fucking run. Right, so he is going to be leaving your engagement, so either Agranak has this, I'm assuming you got your staff with you, so you could use that, and Sinet, you got your sword out. Either of you could do an attack of opportunity on this vampire as he tries to flee.
Oh, is that free?
No, it's 1 AP.
Oh.
No, let him go.
No, just
Can't afford that.
So his speed is 9. He runs
tempting though.
6, 7. So he goes racing into the back, terrified of the effect that was just cast on him. Every other one needs to do 1 AP to stand up. And then, they're going to come and try and bite. All right, so Agranak, there's one that's at your range. Would you like to make an attack of opportunity? Costs you 1 AP. And remember, you can spend stamina points once per round to get, once per turn to get a 1 extra AP.
How does stamina recover?
If you take a 1 hour rest, you get 1 stamina point back, and you get your intelligence bonus in Magicka. If you complete a long rest and you sleep overnight, you get all your stamina, all your Magicka back.
Let's spend a token.
Okay, so he's running in.
I'm going to try and thwap him on the way in.
He's going to try and evade. I horrifically fail, so just hit him with your quarterstaff.
Well, let's see what I do. I think it's this one here. It's
sorry
superior.
for the way it displays. I realized after I put them in, I'm like, these look identical. Yes, the quarterstaff. Oh! 31. I think that's less in your strength, isn't it? Yes, it is. 42.
41.
Yep. So,
it's in.
Okay, so superior, roll damage a second time?
Roll damage.
Just roll the exact same attack a second time?
Oh, Oh, do I roll it again, do I?
Yeah, just roll it again. We take the higher because it's your superior steel quarterstaff.
Superior.
Proven.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So that is 6. Then these guys have no armor on. Sorry, I don't think I've used bludgeoning weapons in the game thus far, so I wanted to have somebody with them, but then I forgot what they do.
Do things like strength bonuses go in for extra damage?
Strength bonuses only go in for certain things. So, like, if you're using a cleaving weapon, like your axe, if you hit and damage the target, they take your strength bonus and bleeding damage at the end of their next turn. If it's a slashing thing, like a sword or a dagger, then if it's unarmored, then you take your strength bonus in extra damage. And if it's bludgeoning, I'm just looking it up right now because I can't remember offhand what bludgeoning does. Yeah. It's called crushing, I guess, for one thing. So I forgot the name of it.
Okay.
It deals bonus damage equal to the strength bonus capped at the AR of the armor or the BR of the shield used to block it. So it's just basically effective at getting through armor. So it doesn't do any extra damage from your strength. There's a long way of saying that.
All right. But that is just learning it. Just learning it.
Yep. And then... So you crack this guy, but you did get advantage, which means you can add +2 strength, which is half your luck bonus. So that is 8 points of damage. That is not higher than his wound threshold. But so he's hit, and then he carries in. I only have 1 AP left, but I'm gonna try and bite you, Agranak. Would you like to resist that, or do you have any AP left?
One left.
I've
got 1 left.
Okay, so you could use your options are to parry, to evade, or that's it, because you don't have a... Oh, or block. You could use ward.
Ward.
So the difference... Let me help you with your decision. Parrying and would use your combat style. You need to beat him in the contested roll.
Okay.
Evade, you'd use the evade skill. You need to beat him in the contested roll. Block, you just need to succeed. And then we compare his damage to your the break rating of your ward.
Okay. I'm going to try a parry this time.
Parry, yeah. Go ahead and give us a combat style roll. Oh, jeez, I failed my attack. So really,
that's good news.
We both failed. So he gets in and
failed.
Tries to get at you, and you kind of keeping him at a distance. All right, and I'm gonna flag him just so he's out of AP. So if you see a yellow dot in these guys, actually that's probably gonna be confusing. Ochre dot. There we go. All right, Agranak, a second one is coming in. Do you have any AP left?
I do not.
Okay, so then he is coming in here. He's just stepping into range, so neither Vireninde or Sinnet are going to be able to attack. Agranak, he tries to bite you. Oh, I got a hit. Now you could spend, before I give the effect, you could spend a stamina point to get an AP and then try and defend. But you would have...
Let's try that.
Okay. And then what are you thinking you're going to try here? Either the attack, the evade, parry, or block?
I might try the ward this time.
Okay. So give us a restoration roll.
It is restoration. It's ward 2.
Yeah, and then you just need to decide whether you're spending full cost or restrained. Full cost to get to add your willpower bonus to the break rating of the ward.
I'll do that.
Okay.
In which case it's restoration. I'll make the roll, and then we can calculate that. Whoa, look at that.
Whoa. And again, one of the nice things is, because it's a block, you don't need to beat him, you just need to succeed.
I succeed.
Awesome. What is your war... So, did you cast at level 1?
I cast it at level 2.
Level 2. So that is, I think, a 12 break rating. So what does your ward look like?
It is a... it's like a hide... it's a hide and steel shield that shimmers, but in the middle, where the boss of the shield should be, there's actually a big orcish maw that sort of snaps wildly.
All right, so it hits up against this, and this first one is stopped dead. It's going to try and bite you a second time. I critically failed, so he falls prone. Okay. Slips on the drink that Virenindi spilled. Purple is prone. And that'll be it for him. This one's going to race in on this side for you, Agronak. So you would have had to spend a stamina point in order to do that. So I'll just adjust your stamina by one.
I've done that. It's just not showing on the bars.
Oh, it's not. It's because it's the circle. The yellow circle is the one. You just need to hover over it and hit the number.
Oh, I did the green one. Sorry.
Oh, no, yeah, green is your luck. Okay.
Thank you.
I hit you. Let's see.
Okay.
And
my ward only works as a one parry thing.
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Right.
So, so that is 7 points of damage. Your armor rating is what?
3.
Okay, so you take 3 points of damage to your red bar. As this thing and bites you. Then
got you.
These guys are standing.
3. That's 18.
And he's out of actions as well. They are really throwing themselves all into this.
Jeez.
Ratash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to move in closer. Do you have any AP left for attack of opportunity?
Yeah, I think most of the time it's better to attack than to be attacked. I mean, that's...
Okay, so go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and evade.
Yeah.
Oops, I rolled the wrong dice. I failed.
Yeah, I hit.
Hit.
Oh, I'm sorry, I rolled combat style.
That's okay. Go ahead and roll damage twice. We only needed once, though. So... Yeah, he comes racing in. That's one down with that Dunmer saber of yours. Another one runs in. Do you have any AP left?
Nope.
Would you like to spend stamina points to get an extra AP? Oh, you've attacked twice already. You can't.
No, I won't attack. I could parry though.
Yes, yeah. You want to parry?
Yeah, come on. I would spend one stamina to parry.
Got it. I did hit, but with a 2 as my...
Yeah, let's see if that works out. So I'm just...
Didn't you say that his character could attack 3 times in a round?
What it does is it just means that he can spend all 3 action points to attack 3 times, or he can get an extra... Oh, no, you're right. You're absolutely right, Darren. Yeah. So you could... instead of parrying, wait for this guy to get in, and then the thing is
if you wanted to.
The one restriction is he needs to attack with both of his weapons.
Yeah.
Which I guess what you could do is turn this into a counterattack. Do you want to counterattack with your short sword?
I could, and then the one with the better result has finished the attack. Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Come on. Let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder, Darren. Sorry.
Oh, so that means I got the worst result, maybe? Yeah,
no, that's a critical hit. You roll a 3. So you succeeded automatically, and you got a critical hit. You wounded him, but why don't you roll damage a second time? Let's see if we even need to do that.
Yeah.
So Dwemer, short sword. So 3 plus... your strength is 4, right? That's 11... What's it look like as your short sword takes this one down?
Yeah, I think I go for the head because just to get him up. So
okay, this last one comes racing in.
Now a little bit more reluctant, I hope.
Would you like to spend a? Oh, you already spent all your AP. You already spent your stamina.
No.
I did get a hit. And that is 5 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
So your AP, I think, is a 1 or a 2.
Yeah, I can just... I have 1 AR on each.
Yes.
So it's
4 points of damage. This thing sinks its fangs into you. Let's run over with this guy. Hit you again, Ratash. Doesn't get through your armor, though.
Yeah.
And he'll try and bite you a second time. Succeeds. Doesn't get through your armor. This one, Sinette. Do you have any AP left?
I have got one.
Would you like to try and counter or attack of opportunity on this guy?
I was thinking I might just try and throw up an armor spell instead. Can I do that?
Okay, so you can do that as a secondary action, but he would get his attack on you first.
Oh, you'd go first with it?
Yeah.
Okay, with this one then I might try and just blast him as he comes in. Can I do that?
I don't...
Any attack?
Oh, with a counterattack.
No, I was going to say
with the attack of opportunity.
Can I do a spell, or do I just have to use my sword?
Yeah, so I'm just going to double check. I really don't know if you can use a spell. It would fit for one of the cinematics for Elder Scrolls Online involves like someone parrying someone else's spell, so it goes back on them.
I know you can do wards, but I'm not sure if you can.
Yeah, let's see here.
When you do the cheat sheet, it just says make a melee attack.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, the cheat sheet is kind of like was written between finalizing 3rd edition, though, so there's one or two things that aren't quite right on there, but that...
If not, I'll just...
Yeah, melee attack.
Okay. I think I'll just try and parry then, instead.
Just let him come in? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so then he's in. Go ahead and roll your parry. I got a 0 for my... I did succeed, but I got a 0. You got 4.
Yep.
You're keeping his face fairly far away. I'll make my second attack. I hit. Oh, now, would you want to... before I roll that, I should have given you the chance to spend a stamina point to contest it. Do you want to try and parry again?
Yeah,
or take
I think I would.
Okay, so let's try this again. I succeeded on 0 once again.
Oof.
50, no. Is that enough?
No.
You want to lock that or take the hit?
I think I'm going to have to take it this time.
Okay. 3 points of damage, which I don't think gets through your armor.
No, it's 4.
Yeah. So gets in, cannot get through. I have 1 left. And this one is going to... Oh, Veraninde, you think we're going to leave you alone? Come on. In we come. Tasty. Ultimer blood. So you couldn't make an attack of opportunity. Would you like to resist this?
Yes. I will draw upon my magics to ward as a block.
Sounds great. Okay. And then I actually miss, so go ahead and make your roll. So looks like a success to me.
That is a success, yeah.
What does your ward look like?
I think the same sort of white and blue swirls that made up her armor spell sort of flow over her arms, and she just so raises them, and they create a momentary shield that deflects the weapon.
Okay. Then, do you have 1 AP left on top of that?
No.
No. Would you like to spend a stamina point to contest this last one? Because he's going to try and bite you again.
Yeah, I don't want to be bitten.
Okay. So it'll be 1 stamina point. That's the yellow dot. I succeeded on a 4. But if you're blocking, you just need to succeed. It's not a contested roll.
Yeah, same again.
Oof. You want to lock that?
Yes.
Okay.
Come on.
There you go.
Success.
Nice. So once again, he gets in and what was the strength of your ward?
It's level 3, so it's...
Yeah, there's no way I can damage with it. The swirls
block my willpower
twice.
as well, so it would be like 13.
All right. So then I am out of action points for all the vampires. Ratesh, do you have any actions left?
Left, no.
Okay. Agranak, any action points left?
Good lord, no.
Sinette, any action points left?
Nope.
Veraninde, any action points left?
Nope.
No one for the vampires. We are on round 2, guys. Ratesh, 3 action points, 2 vampires. What are you doing?
Yeah. So one question is with the reach of the saber. So
Yes.
it's 2 meters.
Yeah.
But I can use it on those one as well here, or
No,
do
you
I
have to be at
use...
2 meters for it, but you can use your short sword. You could take a step back if they had action points, which they don't. They could spend to try and...
Yeah. But I think I will just, because I have to use the 2 weapons, I would just first stab the one below, just because...
Okay. They've thrown everything into their fight. I have no defense. Go right ahead.
Let's see whether this works out.
Yeah. Just barely. Roll a second time for superior.
Yeah, I'm doing that. So... Yeah,
okay,
no,
so once again, that is 11, and because you got the advantage, another one down. Tip for those at home, wear fucking armor. That's otherwise...
Yeah. Okay, so then maybe, because this worked so fine, I would just try to stab them as well.
Okay.
This one.
Got it.
With the short sword.
Likewise.
And maybe...
Oh, I said likewise, I can't defend.
So it's either 7 or 3. So it's
69. That was a 99 you rolled. I'm guessing you don't want the crit. You want to luck that?
No. I rolled 30
rolled
14. 14, and the damage was 7 and 3.
Oh, sorry. I'm a dummy. I was too busy looking elsewhere. All right, so then that is same amount.
Yep.
So you just like stab one in the throat, pull it back, stab the second one, and as the ashes are falling, you still have your full move, and you have 1 AP.
Yeah, I move over here and just help out my comrade here and attack this one with the saber.
Okay.
From behind, because that's
the
kind of guys we are, yes.
Like there was any doubt.
And this is maybe... No, unfortunately not. So
you want to lock that?
Yeah, let's give it a try.
Okay. Who rolled a crit? Didn't someone roll a crit hit? Was that you?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
So you got an extra luck.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I'll spend that luck, and this one was this extra luck.
That's a hit. Okay, roll for superior.
It stays the same.
Oh, so here we go. Look at this. All right. This thing's nearly cut in half in front of you, Vireninde.
Unfortunate, yeah.
Are you done, Ritesh?
Yeah.
Agranak. 3 AP and 3 vampires on you.
So I don't think I can use my staff. Is that right?
Correct, because it's 2.
Okay, so I've got no weapons. I could headbutt it.
Yeah, you
could step back as well.
Yeah, there's also a special attack to shove. Or that's actually. No. I think that is it. Hold on.
Yeah, you can shove. Yeah, we did this.
I'll just headbutt the wounded one.
Yeah, forced movement would be combat style versus combat style. It doesn't take an action to resist. If you win, you can push them up to 3 meters. And that's up to.
Okay.
And that doesn't count as an attack because it's a special action. These are on page 72.
Right. Okay, thank you. If I go for is it just a straight strength roll then? If I'm
just
doing
a combat style.
A combat style.
Yeah. And combat style could use, depending on how you're describing it, it could be strength. It could be what do you call it?
And one of them is prone. This one is prone. Remember? So
the one in front. Prone? The one with the blue dot, the purple dot.
Yeah. Could I just basically smash down on his face with my heel? If he's prone.
Yeah, and then
stand on him, or just jump on him.
You can unarmed. Oh, Anna says she likes your thinking. Unarmed does.
Seeing as he's down, I'll take advantage.
I want to say 1d3.
Oh, it's not very exciting.
No, it's not. It's unfortunately not.
No. I don't know.
I can't find it.
Sorry, I'm taking a lot of time. I'll just push one away like you suggested.
Okay. Excuse me. So this is contested. I failed. So and you succeeded. Which one would you like to push back? The injured one?
All right. So he's injured one on the floor?
No, there's the injured one is just to the southwest of you.
Oh yes. I'll make it the one to the west of me.
To the west of you, okay? So you shove him back. How far back would you like him to be? 1 would put you in range of your staff, but it's up to 3 back.
Let's make it 1 then.
Okay? So that's 1 action to shove him off of you. 2 more AP. What would you like to do?
And I'll attack. And I'll now I've pushed him back. I'll smash him with my
Go
staff.
right ahead. I can't defend.
Try that. See what happens. So that's this one. That's a miss.
You want to luck that?
I do. That is the green one, isn't it?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yes, it is. I was just checking your first combat style roll to see if that was a crit.
It's no. Oh, I see. No. I'll try again.
Okay. Yes.
Well, that's pretty good.
That's pretty damn good. Go ahead and roll a second time for
6.
superior.
Sure.
Nice. 7. Boom. You brain this guy. Ugh. You have 1 more AP.
I know. I need to defend a bit.
You could move as well too. You would know, like, however you want to think of it in fiction, of them just like overstretching themselves or whatnot. None of them have AP left. So if you want to move, like say, vault over the back of that bar or anything like that, you could do that without taking tax opportunity.
Okay, I see.
Because you can still move your speed. And Agronak, you got a speed of 10.
I'll do that. Seems sensible. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Just count the terrain as like the bar is difficult terrain, so count the square movement over there as 2, and then otherwise
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. God, 8. Really?
Excuse me.
To there.
Nice. Okay. Then you're banking that last AP.
So yes, because is the move not an AP?
Not an AP. No. If you choose, and
I think he'll pole vault. He'll literally use his staff to pole vault over the bar.
One thing I'll point out too is what the others were trying to do. Dashing, which is spending an AP to move up to your speed, is a secondary action, which means you can do it on other people's turn.
Oh, okay.
So, I have used that to chase a player character with a bear, and it was amazing. So, Nat, what are you doing?
I think I'm gonna try and put the end to this wounded one that's in front of us. Okay. I'm just gonna do a level 1 shock bite on it.
Awesome.
So it's a melee sort of
I can't defend
attack.
whatsoever. Are you casting it restrained or unrestrained?
Restrained.
Sounds good.
Because he looks weakened.
He is.
So that is alteration. No, it's destruction.
Destruction, yeah.
I've got a feeling that's 1 out.
Yes, it's 1 off. You wanna luck that?
Can I use a luck to reduce it?
No, you need a success in order to increase the degrees of success, but you can spend a luck to re-roll it though.
I'll re-roll it.
There you go. Okay. What does it look like as you electrocute this vampire to death?
Yeah, it will just be sort of singed, sort of vapors coming off him. It's sort of burnt almost with the electricity, and it just vibrates and just falls to the floor.
Nice. Take your. I think you did take your magicka off already. You have 2 more AP and your move.
How much is it?
So reduce it by 5 for your willpower. If you cast it, bite at 1.
It's only 3, so it must be a minimum of 1, is it? Or
no, I couldn't find rules to say there's a minimum.
What? So that. But if it's only 3, because it's only level 1, and I reduce it by 5, it's 0.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. The balancing thing is that you might roll a critical fail.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So there is always a risk of using it regardless. But yeah, so you hit this one, spark it, and it turns into ash as it falls. 2 more AP and your move.
I'm going to try the same thing in the one in front of me, but this time I'm going to up it to level 3, and it'll be unrestrained.
I love it. Go ahead and roll.
So
You're casting.
Go full crazy on him.
That's a success. So 1d8 plus 5 damage.
Oof.
And this goes straight through. Armor. I mean, they're not wearing any armor anyway because they're fisher folk, but
Yeah.
even if this was an armored knight. Oh.
Show him about the D8.
Oh, and I'll actually add the luck bonus because it wasn't defended.
And I'll
All
save
right.
the last point, I think.
Okay. Do you want to move at all? Remember, they're out of AP, so they can't...
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want to leave my colleagues
They're an
sort of
Indian?
standing on alone.
Okay.
So I'm going to stand shoulder to shoulder.
All right.
It's better to destroy them than to wait for their attack.
Yeah, I've already attacked twice, though, so...
Yes, you have.
So spells count as attack.
Attack spells, I
Attack
think,
spells
don't they?
do, yeah.
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 Okay. Ratesh just, what do you mean you can't use all your actions to attack?
Yes.
It's madness. All right, Vireninde and David, I actually lost your camera. I see Altimer Woman casting, but there you go. Got you back.
Okay, excellent. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's fine.
Vernon will give Sinette an appreciative nod for the sort of standing shoulder to shoulder, and then she will draw on her magic and try and paralyze the vampire that's in front of Sinette.
Oh, nice. Okay. So then, go. That is an illusion spell, I believe.
Yes. Yeah.
What's my? Is it a willpower save, and what is my penalty to it?
It's a willpower test, and it's a level 3, so it's not modified.
No modifier. Okay.
Yeah.
I failed.
The fam is paralyzed for 1 round.
Okay. And the paralyzed condition, I think, means I can't do squat. That's after the combat section. There we go. Paralyzed is frozen, unable to move any part of their body. They may only cast spells that do not require speech or motion. So this vampire is just like, caught in place. Let's make him... What color are we going to put the dot? So that is only 1 action. Pink for paralyzed. Anna thinks that's corny, but that's okay. You have 2 more actions and your move, Vireninde. The one to your, depending which way you're facing, either your left or right, is on the ground. Purple is prone.
All right.
No, I think I'll hold my other APs for now.
Okay. Do you wish to move at all? No, they can't take attacks of opportunity because they've blown all their...
Yes, but it feels seeing as Sinette stood her ground next to me, it would be a somewhat cowardly thing to not move
Very
with.
nice.
So I will stand my ground next to Sinette.
All right. Then it is Das Vampir's turn. So, let's see. I'll go left to right here. Anna's so excited for the vampires. So, does Agranak, do you have any attacks left you can make? You only made 1 so far. Do you want to make an attack?
1 AP left.
Yeah. Do you want to make an attack of opportunity as he closes in?
Yes.
Go right ahead. I'm going to try and evade that attack.
Of course you are.
I'm going to fucking fail that. So
I'm going to see what I can do. That's a miss.
you want to luck that?
How quickly does that luck come back? Slowly, I reckon.
Depends on how often you roll critical successes.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, got you. Okay, I will luck it. I will try and luck it. See that is a hit. Is it?
Yeah.
No, I think it's 1 off.
What's your agility or your strength? Is your strength 42?
My strength is 42.
Yeah, that's a success. Because 33 is less than 42.
Oh, you're right. I've actually got some skill in this.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's good lord. I hit them.
All right, so go ahead and roll damage twice. Second time.
Oh, do it again.
Yep,
Yeah.
this is
So I keep
proven.
forgetting that. Bosh.
Come on. 5.
6
All right,
hits.
so 6. Boom. Crack him in the face. And he gets in. So he is able to close, though. I have 2 more AP.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and bite you. I'm going to bite you.
Sure.
I bit you. Oh, and hold on. Before I got too fucking carried away here, you could have spent stamina points trying to defend against this.
I don't think so. I'm gonna
Taking a
try and
bite.
take
Taking
it,
a
I
bite.
suppose.
That is
I have to, yeah.
3 points of damage, which I don't think gets through your armor. Nice! I will point out, I think Agranak might be the only one with full armor as well, too. So that whole thing of, like, staging down to try and get the lesser armor doesn't work with him. I'm going to save that last one for...
Okay.
Yeah, for defense. Ratesh, do you have any AP left?
No.
Do you want to spend stamina to take an AP and attack this guy?
No, I can't.
You've already attacked 3 times, haven't you?
Yes.
So do you want to spend
can't.
AP and defend?
Yeah, and just the question is whether to evade or to parry. This is an interesting thing. I don't really know.
I think your combat style is better than your
Yes,
thing.
so,
Both of them are
and I
contested.
get a level +1 success to parry with the saber, so I will parry.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will spend a stamina point to parry.
Okay. I got a 1 degree of success.
Okay, so
So
let's see whether this worked out.
Come on. Yeah.
Yeah, this worked, and I get 8.
Oh, shit, yeah. So you easily batter him aside. I'll spend a 2nd AP to try and bite you again. That is a fail. And I'll spend my 3rd one. I'm going to try and get you. He's hungry. Fail again. Not great. All right, so then this other one, I am standing up from prone without spending an action. So if anyone, either Vireninde or Sinette or Ratesh could... Well, not Ratesh because he already attacked so many times. Vireninde or Sinette, do you want to spend AP to take an attack of opportunity? Oh, Sinette, you've attacked so many times, you can't.
I've attacked twice.
Vireninde, you want to try and hit this guy as he's getting up?
Sure, why not?
Okay, so it'll be 1 AP. Go ahead and make your attack. I am not going to defend. This will be with your Moonstone Dagger.
Which I haven't drawn, so I guess it would just be a punch.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So go ahead and give us a combat style check. You need to... Okay, so you want to luck that, or you save that
No,
for...
I think it's more sort of just lashing out on instinct and clearly not very well trained
All
in
right,
this and
so
realizing she hasn't drawn her dagger.
I think what he's going to do... Didn't like that magic, so I'm going to use a special action and try and drag you down. All the better to eat you, my dear. Let's see. So that'll be attack. Where the heck is it?
I mean, he was comfortable on the ground, so I guess.
Yeah. I don't like that joke. Here we go. Okay, so combat style opposed by combat style. So you can use combat style, athletics, or evade, Vireninde, to resist this. This is for free, you get to resist. And actually, I failed.
Okay.
Don't even roll, I failed anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, so this thing, he gets up and he tries to grab your arm. I'll try that a 2nd time. Go ahead and give us your one of those 3. I got a 3 for my degrees of success. Okay. So
Can I spend a luck on this one?
you can absolutely.
Come on.
Nah.
Nope.
Okay. On a success, you have gained the restrained condition, which is you're unable to move, you cannot attack or defend yourself, you may only cast spells that do not require motion. So he's grabbed hold of you, and and he's going to bite you. Because that's a vampire thing to do. I hit. Unfortunately, you cannot take actions, including actions. 5 points of damage as he bites into you.
My mystical armor blocks his teeth from sinking into my flesh.
Awesome. He's trying to get in on you. He can't get in. Then I got the one facing Sinette. He is paralyzed, so he does fuck all. That is the end of the vampire's turn. Ratesh, do you have any actions
Goodness
left?
for that.
No.
Agranak, any actions left?
Oh, no.
Sinette, any actions left?
I have got one left.
What would you like to do? You could do a special action, or
We said we can't. I can't do spells, can I?
you could do non-combat spells if you want to get that armor up that you've been threatening.
Yeah.
You
I'll
can
probably
just try to shove the one or something like that. Make someone prone, something like that.
You can also move because you still haven't moved at all. You could trip someone. You could disarm. I mean, you can't take their teeth away, I guess. Blind an opponent.
It's all, and I could move, can I? Okay. I'll move to here,
Okay.
and what's the blind?
Blind is a contested combat style.
Does that
And-
count as an attack or not?
No, it's special action.
No. Okay. Yeah, I'll try that on the one to my. Well, this one here.
Okay,
About the
that's the
top.
one that's grappling with Verenende, so it's actually easier.
Oof.
I got a success with 1 degree of success.
So this is a combat
Yeah.
style.
Oh,
Holy shit! Is
Look
that
at
a
that.
crit?
wow.
No.
No. Oh,
12.
All right, so you okay? So it is
Beat me,
contested.
didn't me?
Yeah, you have to spend 1 luck to make that a success. Then
Will that get him off of
it will blind him,
Andy?
Wow.
and he
What's
may
his
release
name,
her just by.
And we can hope to finish him off next round anyways.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
use it. Yeah, I'll use
Okay,
my
so
luck.
maybe it's like the sand pig, like sawdust that's on the bar to soak up shit. You grab it and just toss it in his eye. Ah! And I think he's released you, Verenende, because I can't imagine I would be able to resist that. Verenende, do you have any actions left?
I do.
What would you like to do?
Ooh.
Yeah, just I will try. So the one that's about to become unparalyzed, I will try and blind him.
Oh, so the paralyzation lasts for 1 round. So at the start of your round, it would end, but then you could also just spend stamina to maintain it, or stamina magicka.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Can you do that?
Yeah. It's
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, it says it's upkeep, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, upkeep. Right.
In that case, I will.
I'll put the blue in this one who's blinded.
I will stand up because I presume I've been pulled down to the floor, so I guess I'm prone
You
as well.
actually haven't yet. He didn't succeed in that.
Okay.
He was so keen on biting you that he didn't actually try and pull you down.
In which case, I will draw my dagger.
Sounds good. All right, and the vampires are out of actions. Guys, we're on to round 3. I think it will finish this round, then we'll take our mid-session break. I have a good feeling you're going to take the vampires. The boss vampire doesn't show up for at least another 2 rounds, so... Ratesh, 3 actions. What would you like to do?
Step this one first and then see whether he falls.
Okay.
And then go from there.
I am out of actions.
So let's see. This was unfortunately a miss.
Would you care to luck that?
No, I would just use a second attack on him.
Okay. Come on. Yeah.
This was better. So, and I think that
That's as
8 is
good
enough
as it can
much-
be.
Yeah.
Another one reduced to ash. You still have your move and 1 AP. The one with the blue
Yeah.
dot is trying to get sawdust out of its eyes. The other one is paralyzed.
Yeah.
And there's
I
one
will
that has
move-
jumped on Agranak again.
Yeah, move over here And I think this one is blinded, so maybe it's better to get rid of this one first.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, go ahead. It is. It does have one action. I can actually try and evade.
Yeah, but then it can't.
Exactly.
It can't,
and also, I
yeah.
failed. So there's that.
Oh, that's. And I succeeded.
Yes.
And
Go ahead and roll
Nice.
superior. Actually, don't. You've already.
Oh,
Holy smokes! Wow.
that's a lot.
And another one reduced to ash.
No.
Agronak. Your 3 AP are back. What would you like to do?
Move to there. So
Okay.
I'm in range with my and twonk the one that's having a go at
You got it.
Veraninde.
It's blinded, so it cannot defend. And hold on, let me check the. I wonder if you get a bonus to hit it as well because it's blind.
Yeah. So up its back when it can't look.
Yeah. Minus
have a
30,
look.
cannot see, automatically fails any test. So
Right. Okay.
go ahead.
Just I've got too many things. Right. I found the sheets.
Okay.
Bang. No, failed.
You unlock that?
Oh, yeah, I've got to look that, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Try again. Go on.
Nah. I believe that is the Jeff roll. Roll as you want and roll one less. So that is
So I'm
only
down
one
to
action. You
2
got 2
luck.
more.
Well, is it again then?
Nice. Second verse, same as the first. Let's see. Come on, big money. There you go. Roll for superior
There you
for
go.
damage.
Oh, of course, yes.
Nice.
7.
Boom. So you brain this thing. Oh, what's doing that? He cries out. You have one more action. Or one more
Well,
AP at least.
Yeah, I'll hit it again. God, I
can't.
can't, can I?
Nope.
No, I can't.
Do you have any spell, though, that you wish to cast that isn't an attack? Ritesh has been hit.
Could I? Oh, could I do a heal?
You absolutely could do a heal, yeah.
I'll do a heal.
So one of those is touch and one of those is range. That's why you've got 2 of the
Oh,
kind of similar spells. Heal ally
Right.
is within 50 meters. Healing touch is within 1 meter. So you're next to Ritesh.
so is that the heal spell then?
That is
That's
the
healing touch, isn't it?
Yeah. The heal is actually heals you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right then.
So if you're
So
doing
do we-
the touch, what level are you casting it on?
Let's have a look what I've got it at. I've got healing touch. Well, I've got it actually at level 4.
Yeah, I only got 4 points of damage.
Okay, in which case,
You can cast that level 2 for free. So you just need to succeed on your check.
all right, let's do that. So it's restoration.
Yeah. Amazing.
Oh my goodness! Wow,
Was that a crit?
No, it's a 6.
Ah! Dastardly close. What does it look like as you infuse him with healing power?
Yeah, he is. He's slapped very brusquely on the face by a huge sort of orc-like fist that just smashes him, and it kind of wakes you up, but you don't forget it.
Yeah. All right, Sinette, you have 3 AP.
I shall continue to use my shock bite on this blinded one.
Nice. You cannot defend.
So that is.
And what are you casting?
I'm doing
Level 3 and unrestrained?
I'll go unrestrained though.
Love it.
Full
Yeah.
on.
Nice.
Big
so
hit.
it's-
1d8 plus 5. What does it look
9.
like as he is reduced to ash?
It's very similar. Again, this sort of vibrating, frozen in place, and then just dust and
Okay.
clothes bellow out on the floor. And then we just got this one here, haven't we?
Yep. You can move and you have 2 AP. He is paralyzed and held in place with magic, so he cannot attack.
I mean, do we want to try and get any information out of him since he's paralyzed?
I just
Yeah,
love
he
the fact
can't
that
talk,
no,
unfortunately.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I love the fact that the leader is about to come back. Or might be.
He may have heard how things are going.
No.
You don't get to 100 years old by being stupid.
Oh yeah, it's gone out. It's gone out of the room, isn't it? Yeah, I'll just do. I'll do another shock on him.
Okay.
But this time I'll do it restrained to save some of my mana.
Okay. And is it level 3 restrained or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Level 3 restrained.
Nice.
Success once again. So it'll be
So
1d8
this
damage then.
Just the 8 this time. That's for
Okay.
5. Yep.
All right. You have 1 more AP, Sinette. You want to save that?
I'm gonna hold on just in case.
Do you wish to move at all?
He's almost down. He's almost down.
No, I'll hold that.
Okay. Veraninde.
Having drawn my moon dagger last time, I will try and do an all-out attack against the last remaining one.
Awesome. So plus 20. So subtract 20 from whatever you roll here. He cannot defend.
Oh!
What does it look like as this one is
Subtract,
reduced to ash?
I think he's distracted by Sinette, and I just use an opening to just plunge the dagger into his heart.
Yeah.
Sort of twist it, and then...
To reduce to ash, and with that, you all look around. Utter silence in the... maybe a string breaks, bang, on the lute. And that's it. And that brings... why don't we take our mid-session break right now? We're a little late on that. Take our mid-session break now, and then we'll see what you can learn in this cursed tavern afterwards. So, for those listening at home, we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Okay. Oh, Anna says hi. Hi, sweetie. See? Good girl. All right. So for casters, I will mention that you guys can spend or drink your potions. Each of those potions will restore 8 magicka, and you're not restricted for how many you consume. I think each of you has 2.
Quick question: was it 3 rounds of combat or 4?
3 rounds of combat.
3. Okay, so yeah, so
I think.
just because the armor spell is upkeep.
Oh yeah. The armor spell, it's like a minute, and I think each round is 6 seconds. You got 10 rounds out of it.
So every round I have to spend mana to keep it going, right?
No. You cast it is good for.
Yeah, lots a minute.
Yeah, less a minute.
One cast.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Once you
so
cast it,
pay upkeep, but could do it up for a minute.
Yeah. So if you have spent that, I was wondering, like, why is your magicka so low? You barely kept a. Although paralyze is a really expensive one.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess there we go.
Refresh a couple of those. I mentioned, Graham, that you've got each of your characters has 2 potions to restore your magicka if you want to. Each potion restores 8, and there's no restriction on how many you drink.
In combat. Replenishment.
Yeah.
Drink 1.
You drank 1? Okay.
I shall drink 1.
Okay.
Which means...
Your blue bar can go back up 8. So
that's, yeah, thank you.
With that done, you think you can hear a kang, the sound of a door at the back behind the bar that is hitting against, against its frame, pushed by the wind. But there is no other sound in this place. And I mean none. Like no sound upstairs, no sound elsewhere. There's no sound of anybody walking anywhere. And Sinat, now you remember. The Montclairs. Story is that Baron Wyland Montclair, his wife was ill, so he went to one of the vampire clans and asked them to help with her, because she was otherwise going to die. He turned, against her will, her into a vampire. She was displeased and turned the rest of the family into vampires. Then they led the Civil War, and then they nearly brought the basically demon lord that created the vampires to Nirn, to the Tamriel. But it was only thwarted by a friendly vampire. So yeah, that's probably why the Montclair sigil is up. Some of these may be legacies of that vampiric lineage, although it's a pretty small group, and still no sign of the hammer or the viper.
Well, we need to start searching the place, I guess.
Now that all those things the drinks are spilled over, Veraninde, you need not make a roll for this because, I mean, how Somerset Isle wine is supposed to present on the nose. It is not a matter of the wine being off, as in it's vinegary and it's been around too long. Something has been added to this wine. I don't think any of you have alchemy, so you can't really identify what is in there.
I would point this out to my companion and assume that we're about to be drugged for an easier feast.
Yeah, so let's hope that they did the same to our prey, and we find them somewhere stored in a cellar or so.
Okay.
Well, one of the waitresses came out from this door here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm hopeful, are you not, my friends, that they have already eaten our prey. Perhaps they've already feasted.
As long as the head was intact. I'm okay with that.
I see. You particularly want the head.
Well, we needed to get paid, you know.
On that note, if they have feasted on them, I'm not very familiar with this, but is there a chance we'll be facing the Hammer and the Viper in their vampiric state?
Yep.
Could be.
Oh, good. This just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's find them and fight them.
I did mention it was a coincidence that the violet roses were the same color as the Montclair banner, but maybe it wasn't. What would you guys like to do next? You are correct. That is the door that the waitress closed and did seem to do so conspicuously once you walked in.
Yeah. Come on. Let's go in there.
What are the waitresses?
Oh, they're part of the dead that you guys have.
They are part of the dead.
Yeah.
Fine.
Everybody
Okay,
here
right.
was a vampire.
Lovely.
Yeah. Was being the operative term here. So. Allow me to open that door for you, and you can explore at your leisure.
Yeah. I mean, I will do the Skyrim thing, which is I'll go around all the bodies picking up any gold.
Exactly. No joke. I was thinking, I forgot about it when I got back because we got talking about other things. I was thinking when I was gone, one of the cool things about the game, it shows you what you can loot from them as far as alchemical components. It's fucking awesome.
Perfect. Yeah. That's so legit.
Oh, 100%. It's great. Honestly, I think it is the most effective way of taking those kinds of like crafting and looting and whatever else rules from a video game and implementing them in an RPG. The Witcher RPG tried to do something similar, but it just didn't quite work out.
Right.
This is just very, very for a fan, like setting aside for a fan game, for an RPG, it's exceptionally well designed top to bottom, and the fact that it's a fucking fan-made thing, bonkers. Really well done. So, door is open. There appears to be a more private room in here. The fire does roil in front of you, but it does look like there is a second open door there, and there is something curious. Sinette, you need not roll for this. The rug that is here, I was struggling to find the word rug for a second there. The rug that is here has been turned back in this direction, up, as if something heavy was dragged across it and pulled the rug back.
And it was dragged in a sort of northwesterly direction.
This, oops, wrong button. Where are we here? Zoop.
I'm going to be nosy and come along and have a look.
That direction.
And that door's open.
That door there is open as well, yeah.
I'm going to sort of walk over this side of the room to try and have a look through the doorway with a bit of distance.
Can't. I'm assuming you got your sword out and everything.
Yeah, I'll keep my sword out.
Could you give us an observe check at plus 20, let's say?
Nice.
Awesome, yeah, 27 I'm assuming is a success.
Yep.
So you're looking at this, and here's the thing. There is a rug that's in there, but that rug is not matching up with the lines of dust and whatnot that have settled in on the floor. That rug has been moved quite recently.
I mean, all the best adventures are found underground, my friend.
I shall continue.
Not sure, but we have to go.
Ritesh, do you want to join your comrades, or?
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Yeah, I wasn't looking at the map. I was just listening. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. So then, if you pull that aside, well, let me just grab your tokens from here. I'm just going to collect you guys all together.
If we're about to go downstairs, Veroninda will pick up a torch from the common room.
Oh, nice. Okay. So let me give you some bright light here. Okay, so bright will be... I think a couple of you guys have the light spell as well, which actually gives off more light than what the torch does, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Although it does suck up...
Nice.
Only lasts a minute, though.
That's it.
I really like that the...
Sparingly.
So the new... they must have changed this recently. it gives a clear calculation for total size of light. Well, this is a non-Roll20 thing, but you know what I noticed this week too? YouTube has a disclaimer to if you were using AI to replicate somebody or some place or some voice, you have to say it on the stream now.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and that was not there a week ago. Here we go. All right.
It's got upkeep.
Which does?
Light's got upkeep.
Yeah,
Light's
you
got
can
upkeep.
maintain it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, gotta clear because we're doing new
I
page.
guess, mind you, if your willpower's high enough, I guess it don't cost anything to cast.
Yep.
Oh, so
Because you can
so
reduce it by
what's-
your
what's-
willpower level, can't you?
Yep.
So I can
wow,
actually,
well that's
I can do
that illuminates scenario 20 meters.
I can do 40, yeah.
Oh, hang on.
Oh no, I
I may
can't
have it.
because I've only got a light level 1, so I can do 20.
I think I might be light one as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's only 10. So
Who made these characters?
10
God
meters.
damn it.
10 meters, yeah.
I have a level 2 in
That's
light.
good.
Yeah, like it's...
Okay. Well, let me bring you down. You got torches illuminated right now. Let me show you where you find yourself. And I will shift ping.
Oh. Wait. Where does he get these beautiful maps?
That would be Gabriel Pickard.
Nice.
Yeah. And has it clear. You can use them for streaming without any issue. So,
very nice.
pretty awesome. So this is where you find stairs have led down to this. And this is quite obviously a quite old ruin. If anyone would like to give us a lore check with no modifier, you are welcome to do so.
Yeah. Yeah. So, can you tell me why you humans built the cellars when you can't see in the dark?
Okay. Looks like we got a couple successes there. So, Agridac, that's less than your intelligence, right?
I rolled a 5 effectively. Yeah.
Oh, fuck, yeah. So, you would be aware that there are several different elven races that still, populate Tamriel. But there are a couple that have passed on. They no longer exist in Tamriel, and the only remnants of them are their ruins. One of the most easily thought of are the dwarves, the Dwemer. The Dwemer just vanished at one point in the First Age, leaving their bizarre clockwork, contraptions behind. But another one, a more fearsome and belligerent one, were the Aeliads, a kind of offshoot of the High Elves. And this definitely has the characteristics of an Aeliad ruin. So, this, however, you can tell, it definitely seems to have seen better days. But there is not the level of dust on the ground that you might expect. There are clear tracks. People make use of this area down here. And you think you can hear sounds coming from fairly far off. Is anybody casting any light spells beyond the torch? Currently, I have Virinande carrying a torch, and Ratesh has his dark vision.
Yeah, but it's not on the token. I can't see anything.
You can't see anything?
I mean, I can see in the light area around me, but I can't even see 10 foot around me.
Hold up. What's going on? You've got night vision. Look, like if I move you there, can you not?
Oh yeah. So these. So that's weird that you can't see the walls that are blocking your vision. But yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I understand now. Yeah.
Okay.
I see.
Feel free to move yourselves forward if you choose.
Yeah, I think the torch is actually giving us more light at the moment, so I'm going to use the torch.
Okay. Do you want to light a torch as well, Sinead? Or are you going to rely on the one that Veronende lit?
I think I'll rely on that one for now. I don't want to be carrying.
Do we want to go to the northeast or to the southwest?
Have we got a direction from the noise of any sort?
To the south, there is a natural corridor that seems to pass along there. Much of this has collapsed in on itself.
Let's go there.
I think I can probably turn the rain off now. The Aelids, incidentally, are viciously cruel and made use of magics that could rework flesh.
Okay.
But I'm sure things are fine down here.
I think we lost someone. Or are we stacked? Oh, yes. No.
Okay. So this is a natural corridor carrying along, although you can still see ruins. Ritesh, in particular, you can see on the to your left.
Yes, here's a break in the wall. We could pass through here if we wanted to, or we can follow the corridor.
You hear the sound of something splashing into water to the south. And it seems, Ritesh, that has collapsed in on itself, although it looks like there are two... You might call them... they're not alcoves, but there are places where it appears someone has slept in the same way you would place a body in there. This may be part of the lair of those vampires. They vary quite a bit in abilities by different bloodlines. The vast majority of them cannot abide the light of the sun.
So this is where they withdraw to during the day, probably.
We go in here, so let's see.
Remind me what this rule is about light, casting light, and the upkeep and using your willpower.
So the up for light, let's see here.
So light one.
Light one would be an illusion. Check to cast it. Light gives off... it illuminates 10 feet with bright light. Or 10 meters with bright light. So about the same as what a torch would, only it's consistently bright instead of dim after 5. Yep, and then it costs 2, which means, and you can cast it restrained, which would mean it would cost 0.
I'll do that. I'll cast light.
Okay. Let me... So the end of your staff, as in your illustration, is now ablaze. Let me give you light. Here. Very hard to say bright light and not start thinking of Elvis. There you go.
Thank you. Great.
So it appears that this crevasse leads down to walls and a corridor in the Aeliad style.
Okay. I'll just go through up to here and then have a look around carefully.
Okay. Now this appears to be a sunken temple of some kind.
There's a temple over here. We have to be careful.
The Aeliads were also known to venerate the Daedric Lords. Daedric Lords, some think of them as demons. If we're being hyper-technical, Daedric Lords are the phenomenally powerful beings that, unlike the Adric Lords, the gods, sat out the creation of the world, but have been happily interfering with it after its creation. The Daedric Lords run the gamut from simply benevolent, but simply just not a god, to the most horrific types of cruel and domineering things you could expect from a Christian hell.
Let's go here.
Okay.
And I think we will. Let's start with it.
So this seems to stretch out for some distance, though it is partially buried as well.
Let's go here.
As you get in closer, anyone with lore, actually anyone, what am I talking about? Anybody in this game, anybody can roll. Give us another lore check at plus 20. Ratash. If we were to get insight into Ratash's mind, it would just be fight, 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 fight.
Yes, yeah. This is distracting, all these columns and stuff. Why?
So Sinet and Agranak. Agranak, an interesting bit of an interesting tidbit. The one version of the creation of the orcs explains how the elvish followers of one Adric, one god, were all warped when he himself was warped by one of the Daedric lords. Some say he was corrupted, some say he was consumed and shat out. Whatever version it is, that being is now a Daedric lord, and that Malakath is who the orcs pray to, for the most part. I mention that only because you have a familiarity with the Daedric lords. Malakath is still an honorable combatant to a degree. The markings that are on here, both you and Sinet recognize. These are markings, and this is a temple to Molag Bal. Molag Bal is everything you could conceive of as bad about Daedric lords. He is also the creator of vampires.
Hearthstone, just say, well, my friends, we are in the heart of darkness now.
If vampires were looking for some way of increasing their power, this would be a very optimal place to come and converse with their Dark Lord.
Okay, so let's go up here, so maybe we can look a little bit further.
You can see... Oh, Ritesh, why don't you give us a observe check, please?
Yeah, that's not my strong suit, but whatever is my strong suit. So, no.
Okay. Fight, 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 fight. So you guys, what are you looking for? And what is going through your mind as you're making your way through this place? Virninde, these are not your ancestors, to be clear as well. The Aelids separated from the Altmer quite some time ago. I think after, though, the Dunmer and the Dwemer separated from the Altmer, technically. I only mention this because as one of the oldest, descending from one of the oldest and most prestigious Altmer families, you would be well aware of the broad strokes of Mer history, or Elvish history.
There are many boring lessons as a child, tutor after tutor.
Very many, yeah. Until you ensorcelled your tutor and made them think that you were still there. Now, what you can hear, Virninde, there is huge echoes for your steps along the cobblestones in this direction. This structure must go on for quite some distance to the south. But then Ratash...
Do we still hear the sounds?
To the north now.
Okay. So then let's go down, or go back here and go down. Do you see anything up there, Agronak? No.
You can hear the sound, guys. Beating wings above you.
Oh.
Uh,
Why doesn't everyone give us a observe check, please?
Oh, gracious.
oh, we are really good.
Who built these characters? Jeez. So you're all looking at Virenende, though. Is that better than your perception?
Yeah, that's success.
Nice. So you're
Well
looking
done.
up. What you would see just in the edge of the light being cast by Agronak's staff, a bunch of bats that seem to be flying. There must be some kind of passage higher up on the wall that leads through to the right.
Let's go there.
And when you guys reach around there, this water is all salty as well, briny and salty. This is likely leaking in from somewhere from the sea. It appears that this carries down and then reaches another busted area. Now, allow me to drop two things down here. I'm going to make things ready for you guys. Never let it be said that I won't be ready for guests. Okay.
Right now I'm waiting because you are preparing something.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I should have said, you can please feel free to advance.
Okay.
So you get to there.
Yeah, okay. Oh,
Silence has fallen, and before you get to there, Ratesh, you can hear echoing in a massive chamber.
okay. So are we allowed to move, or?
You can move, yeah. Sorry, sorry, Ingolf. What the fuck would I should have said?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Enemies.
And they are all standing in robes.
Okay.
Now, give me 1 second. I am missing one thing from this that I forgot to load. Give me 2 seconds. Maybe a little, a little more. Okay. Reaching here, you would be able to see. Oh, yeah. Is that all of you guys? Is someone falling behind?
No, they. Yeah.
That's all of us.
That's all you guys stacked up.
Yeah.
Got it.
Just bunched up for protection.
Yeah, why am I in front of you? I should be.
That's right. Take the rear.
All right. So what you can hear from deeper in there is a single voice calling out, and it says, "More, more, for Molag Bal." Whatever is speaking is most certainly not human, mer, or any other sentient known species. Come. Your sacrifice awaits. And let's add some turns to the turn order. I mean, I'm assuming you guys are going to talk your way out of this, but...
I mean, that means there must be something here that we're going to have to fight.
Let's see. I love it because when we, even when I accidentally hit the turn order in our Night Below game, George twitches. There we go. And as you guys step in, I will reveal. Getting this stuff set up here. Okay. Look at that. Those are some good initiative rolls, guys. All right. Okay. Allow me to roll for my guys. I got a 15. And there is something else in there. I wonder what it is. Something that's not rolling very good for initiative. That's what. Okay. So, sparing for a free action, I'll look at one another. You still have time to flee. But it seems... Wait, that's an option? All right. Let me get...
No, currently this place is not cleared, so we're going to have to go further in.
Exactly. If you want to get the achievement, guys, you have to...
Yeah.
Fast travel option isn't coming up.
Completion bar, 46%.
Yeah.
All right.
There's always one room you can't get into.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry, this adventure is glitching, so you have to wait for it to patch and then try it again. Okay, here we go. We are ready, Freddy. Agranak.
Really?
You're up first.
No.
Yeah. What would you like to do?
Yeah. Oh, well.
Like maybe a strong word.
Yeah, I will step forward.
Okay.
So I can see a little bit better what's going on.
Yep.
Whoosh. Well, there's something over there. I can see something in the light.
Yeah. And there is a large, shadowy form beyond. You could feel something moving in that darkness.
Right. I can see. These are more vampires, are they?
They are. Though they are wearing robes. Did I forget to mention the locker full of robes that you guys passed on the way? No? Okay.
We'd have taken all those. We'd have made an absolute mint.
Oh, hell yeah. If we had had this as more than one session, you can guarantee I'd let you dress up as cultists to sneak in. That is never a bad plan. What you can see to the south, it does appear as if there are a ton of sarcophagi or buildings or whatnot. If these are filled with more sleeping vampires, there's an awful lot down here.
Yeah.
But you have 3 AP. So what you could do, just so you know how holding an action works in this, you could choose to save one for defense, and then we do an initiative pass. If you don't use it, you lose that AP. You could bank one, if X, then Y.
Right.
Or you can just spend an AP and not take an action. But, you know, those first 2 ones are obviously optimal.
Yeah. They're a bit out of my range at the moment.
Really?
Well,
so you only have your turn on that thing. That is. So it is 1 square is 1 meter.
Yep. Your speed is 10, isn't it, Angermac?
yeah, okay, so I moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So I can move 7, 8. There you go. There's a whole pile of them.
Okay.
Unfortunately, my turn undead only turns one of them. Only might turn one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not really that useful right now. It might prove useful at some point. I will cast. There was something called ward or armor, wasn't there? Armor
Ward
2?
is a defensive action. If you do want to cast armor,
Yep.
yep, that's an alteration
cast-
spell. You can cast it up to level 2. There's also magic armor. Remember how I said that armor doesn't protect against magic? Magic armor gives you armor against magic.
Right. I will cast armor.
Okay. So go ahead and give us a alteration roll.
Alteration is... I'm a journeyman at alteration.
Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong?
That is...
No, that's not going to be a success.
too off. You want to lock that?
Yeah, I think so. I'll try that again. No.
Okay.
No, I'm fumbling with magic, so I
Yeah, but
spend
you don't
my
lose
my
any...
luck.
You just lose the action. You still have 2 more actions, or 2 more AP, or do you want to just wait and see what happens?
I guess I'll wait. I
Okay.
don't know what's going to happen.
And to be clear, too, like,
I'll wait.
once we go through the pass, if it gets back to you and you still have AP, you can still take primary actions again. So you could attack or move or whatever. It just means
Okay.
that, yeah, you just can't do it. You can't do a primary action on someone else's turn. Virinunde.
Sorry.
I think seeing Agronak go in and then protect himself, she will also draw upon her alteration and cast the and try and cast armor.
In fairness, he tried to protect himself.
Yeah. Great.
Just fumbled the magic.
Is a success.
Okay.
Well done. Well
I
done.
will cast it unrestrained
Okay.
for back through me.
Excellent.
And then I will possibly slightly foolishly, but I will. Oh, there's so many of them. Excellent. I will hold my other 2 APs for now.
Okay. And then it is... Oh, a hero scope before vampires. Ratesh.
Yeah, okay, come on. So I guess this one is on this square here.
Yeah, so each of those platforms is about... Those are pretty long stairs, so it's probably like 7 to 10 feet up.
Yeah.
The smaller second platform is probably 5 feet up based on the size of the stairs.
Yeah. So if I can make it up to here, I can't hit him.
No, because he's up on the top. But as you move in, you would see that stair there to the to the top.
Yeah. Wait a minute. I will just have to recount.
Okay.
So.
Oh, and Ratesh, you can see it now. Allow me
Yeah,
to
I can
show
see
you
this.
what rules over a ceremony.
Oh.
So there's 2 things that are in here. One, lashed up and before a pool that seems to be full of blood. Sir Uthan Moorcroft. But standing behind him, a horror and creation of Molag Bal, a blood fiend. So Ratesh, you can get there without any actions. Would you like to spend
Yes. Yes, I would just have to count 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think I would spend 1 to dash to get
dash?
here.
You got it.
And then there's a target, a worthy opponent. It
Hell
seems.
yeah, there is. Now hold on, I gotta
Oh.
check his reach. He actually might be able to get an attack of opportunity on you as you come in. Yeah, they have a 3-meter reach naturally. So he is going to try. Would you like to try and parry? As he lashes out with one of those nasty wing claw
Yeah, I
things.
think I have to. Yeah.
Okay. So I succeeded with a 7.
Wow.
But remember, you can spend luck to increase your success. So
Yeah, and I get +1 for the parry one. So I mean, it's not impossible, but not very possible. So let's see. This
wow.
is really bad.
Oof. Okay, so hits.
Yeah,
But you
wait a minute.
succeeded though, so I don't get advantage on you, which means I don't get to
okay.
add extra shit on here. And you're wearing partial armor, so I'm not going to get any extra. I don't get to add my strength bonus into this. 7 points of damage, which your full armor can protect from.
Yeah, so it's only 6. Yeah.
But that's not at your wound threshold. So carry on with your attack if you like.
Yeah. Okay. So then that.
And I will spend. I'm going to counterattack. I got a 4.
Oh, come on! Now this is so stupid.
Oh, 1. You want to spend a luck point to re-roll?
Yeah. This is. Yeah, but it isn't still.
So that's only a 3.
Yeah, and I would have to another luck, but I mean,
here's the thing,
who is
you
the
could spend
defender then?
But you're not. A counterattack is an attack back at you. That one is whoever rolls better wins, right? So you got to roll 3. You would need to spend 2 luck to make that a hit, or to beat him in the counterattack.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Go ahead and roll. And you can't roll better damage than that. So that is. Let's see here. Look at this.
One thing with a counterattack, does it count as? I mean, it's not a parry.
No, it counts as an attack.
Yeah. So it is like undefended in a way.
No, because it counts like he did succeed. You won on this, so you don't get your advantage. But it does count as an attack, the cap of 2. So he's done 2 attacks so far. Attack of opportunity and that. Unless he's got some special rules, he can't attack you again. So until the start of his turn, I guess. But then, all right, so then he takes... Look at this. Oh, he's unarmored, actually. So you add your strength bonus to that. That's 14. Look at this.
Yeah. One question. So there is something written about if the unarmored it makes more damage, or is this?
It's and that's why I factored in. That's why you're doing the 4 extra, because it's a slashing weapon. You get to add your strength bonus against unarmored targets. So and your weapon, both the saber and the short sword, these are actually, they're heavier than normal because they were crafted by the Dwemer. These are dwarvish weapons. You carve into this thing and it screams out in pain and agony. That was 2 actions. You have 1.
Another.
No, because you defended. You would have to spend, because you tried to parry his attack of opportunity. You have to spend a stamina point to get 1 more.
Yeah.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
And I have 1 more. I'll try and defend. This time, I've already used 2 counters, so I got to parry. I rolled 1.
This is unfortunately not a hit.
Okay.
And
all
I'm
right.
out of luck. Yeah.
Okay, then that is... Ratesh has gone all in against this thing. You guys have seen him race off into the darkness. Anna says good luck. The vampire spawn. Rush. Ratesh. See, that's what vampires sound like in my mind. Fucking Bela Lugosi. That is a miss and a hit, but 2 points. Does 2 points get through your armor, Ratesh?
Yes, with 1 point.
With 1 point, okay. And I hit again. 5 points for that second one.
So it's 4. It is 5 in total. Yeah.
Okay, and miss with my second attack. This one is going to race over here. And then I'll have to dash to leap down to here. Agranak, do you have any AP? You must have AP left, yeah?
2.
Would you like to attack of opportunity as this thing's racing in on you?
I'll try that.
Okay. It's going to take... it'll take the hit.
Yeah, probably. Let's have a look.
Go and luck it.
Have I got any luck left?
You got 2 left.
2.
At least on the token.
Okay. Okay, let's try again.
Okay. I'll zoom in for the folks at home. Oh, solid hit. Go ahead, roll for superior.
That's a good hit. Oh, yes, of course.
Okay, 6. And here's where your thing comes in. The robes they're wearing do actually give them 1 point of AP. Your strength bonus allows you to ignore that.
Oh, right.
That's how that works. And then you can also, if you had, and you've got advantage. So technically, do you want to do 2 points of extra damage, or do you want to damage the fucking robe and get rid of that armor?
Oh, I see. I've done 6, have I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take out the robe.
Okay. So you smash this, and the robe is torn away by your hit. Then he carries on in, and
yeah,
1, 2. I have 1 action left here, so let's try. Sorry. Did you want to? You got 1 AP left. You want to make this a defense?
I'm just trying to think. No.
No. Okay. I hit. And that is 10 points of damage, but reduce it by your armor of 4. Then these, let's see here, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna have to spend 1 AP to race over here and leap down. Yeah. Veraninde, I used 1 AP to do a jump scare. Would you like to defend? Sorry, against this.
Yes, please.
Okay, so either evade or parry or ward.
I will try and evade.
Evade, okay. I failed. And then...
So did I.
Oh, okay, so you both kind of zig and zag, but the important thing is he did not hit. These are just going to position themselves here and each bank a defense. Then it is El Monstres' turn. All right, so I got 3 AP. First, it's to do something terrible, I think. This thing stares at you, Ratesh. And let me make a... It's calling on Molag Ball. Oh! So it stares at you. Its eyes just flare with dark Daedric power. And he says, in a language that you don't understand, but somehow understand, "You should have fled." Would you give us a fear check? This will be willpower, but I believe Ratesh gets a bonus against fear.
Yes, it's something like 20% or 15 or something.
Yeah, so
like
then
that.
you ignore the bonus he gets from his fear check. Just give us a willpower check, please.
Yeah, plus 20% to willpower tests against
Well, no,
fear.
it offset. You would get minus 20 because it's a really powerful fear effect. You ignore that, so it's just a willpower check.
Yeah, okay. That's kind of hard, but yeah, willpower is...
So I think you can just roll a percentile, like just roll D100. Your willpower...
Yeah, I can't click anything here. Yeah.
No, I see. I don't think it... The character sheet is rudimentary, let's say. Do you wish to... You have no luck. Never mind.
I have no luck. Yeah,
Would you give us a percentile roll, please?
Yeah.
Ratesh.
Panic. Oh, I think that's faint. Oh, no. Hold on.
No.
Let's see.
You're our best warrior.
Okay, combat panic, startled. You may not make any reactions until the beginning of your next turn, which has absolutely no fucking effect on you because you're out of AP anyway. So this thing terrifies you. It will then try and hit you. I think you're out of AP. You've already spent stamina this round. So I hit. That is 12 points of damage to Ratesh.
So I'm at -2.
Okay, so I don't think you go lower than 0.
No.
You fall unconscious, and
Take a wound.
you must make an endurance test on your turn. If you fail a number of tests in excess of your luck bonus, so you have 4 fails, then you die.
Mm-hmm.
Anna says she's sorry.
When you get to 0
Really
hit points,
sorry.
do you get a wound? Is that right?
I don't think so. Let's see here.
No.
Because although 12, I think, does beat his wound threshold. So yeah, I would have to. Yeah, his wound threshold is an 11, so you're right. We do roll for a wound as well. I rolled a 9 for hit location. So it's to your left arm. Ratesh, give us a endurance test, please.
Mm-hmm. There's no skill involved, so that's just pure endurance, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, no, endurance isn't a stat. Endurance is a skill.
Really? Maybe I can't see.
No, ignore me. I'm an idiot. Endurance is a stat. Yeah. So let's give us a percentile roll. Your endurance is a 40.
Yeah.
Nice!
I did it.
Hell yeah. All right. So you're suffering a wound. If you could record a slash to your left arm.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the crippled condition on your left arm, which means it is temporarily useless.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
But that's it. That's the only effect from right now as you're knocked down and unconscious. This thing will spread its wings, make us move down to here, and I'll save that last AP for a counterattack.
That's brutal. If you'd have failed the endurance test, you'd have lost the limb.
Yeah,
That's news, isn't it? It's horrible. Horrible.
You can burn luck to get rid of that stuff as well.
Right. Great.
Actually, hold on. You actually might be able to burn luck, Ratesh, and ignore that hit. How does that work? I think it's 10 luck you'd have to burn. And I know I said at the outset that we'd only do it if it sounds really cool. That does sound something really cool for you.
Oh, it's okay.
So what am I looking through? I've got it fucking posted as a handout. Come on, Madison. Here we go. 5 luck negates the effect of a critical fail. 10 luck ignores the effects of a wound, though you still take the damage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you want to ignore that wound? Still have your... Then you're only a healing spell away, and you're within range of Agronach's heal.
Yeah, maybe this is the way to go, yeah.
Okay. So Ratesh is down, but his arm isn't nearly as badly injured as he thought. Sinette, you're up. What are you doing?
Yeah, I've moved across. I'll run down this corridor to here.
Okay. And you can see this thing.
Seeing this large looming flying whatever monstrosity, I'm just gonna fire off the biggest shot bolt I can fire at it, which is level 3.
Nice. Okay.
And then off at full power.
I'm on the wrong page.
That is, that's a
Yes,
success.
that is a success. He is not defending against it. Go ahead and roll damage. 1d8 plus 5.
Yep. 5.
Come on, big money.
Ugh.
It's moderate money. So,
Yeah.
it's unfortunately, it does. You can tell this thing is a sorcerous creation. It is unweaving your magic to a degree. It must have some kind of magical armor.
Right. Okay.
2 more AP. What would you like to do?
Absorbs a bit of that. I think I'll then take a swing at this one.
Okay.
Here.
I will mention as well, here's another thing you can do with stamina points. You could spend stamina to gain +2 damage on a 1-for-1 basis. If you want to juice all of your stamina into something, you could add a total of +6 to damage.
Yeah. So I'll take a swing at this one with my sword that I've already got out.
You got it. Go ahead. I do not have any defenses left.
Okay.
And that is a hit. Roll for superior.
Yep.
Nice. Because you it didn't defend, you have advantage. I'm assuming you're staging down the armor from partial to none, and you'll do an extra 4 points of damage.
Yep.
You hack this thing down off of Agronak. You have 1 more AP and however much move you got left.
I've used all my move. Does armor stack with magic armor stack with your normal armor? Or
Say again?
does magic armor stack with your normal armor?
Well, your
or
normal
does it
armor does
replace it?
nothing against magic. What magic armor does is it protects against magic.
Oh no, I meant sorry. The spell armor.
Yeah,
Would it add to your normal armor?
it would.
or-
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'll do a level 1 of that.
Okay.
So let me roll that.
It's a very tricky spell, my friend. Never works.
He's right.
Sorry, I jinxed that.
Do you want to luck that?
What have I got? 1 left. Yeah, go on. Let's do it.
Okay. Oh, and I will point out one thing. So, for instance, Agronak, healing is a utility spell. You could technically do that as a secondary action on someone else's turn, if you were so inclined to do so.
I failed.
Right.
Okay.
Do I still have to spend the points? if I
No,
fail?
you don't. Oh, no, you don't. You just risk
Okay,
the
well, I
critical.
just failed.
Yeah, the wasted turn. All right. Then, is it nothing else?
No, that's all my 3.
Oh, I mean, will I get an opportunity to? I've got 1 AP left.
Yep,
So
then
will I have an
we
opportunity
go through
to?
another pass.
Okay.
So
all
long
right.
as you didn't spend a turn where you did nothing, or you banked something that didn't come up, you always get a chance to go again and spend all your
right.
AP. So you got back to Agronak. What would you like to do?
I would like to do heal ally.
Nice. And
50 meters. I'm doing it at level. Oh, what's the best I can do? Heal ally is
level 4?
3.
Is it 3? Okay.
No, I've got healing touch is 4.
Oh, okay.
Heal ally is 3.
Okay.
So, but I can do it restrained by the look of it.
Yep, absolutely. It would only cost you 5
So that would
magicka
be
to heal 6.
6. So you get 6 hit points.
If you're
flowing
successful on
into
your...
Oh,
yeah.
good lord! Yeah, of course. Sorry, that's just that small piece of actually making this skill roll.
Come on. Let's see.
Come
You
on,
got luck
sorry,
left
just-
as well. So let's see a
You
crit.
would
Let's
not
get some luck
bel-
back.
Restoration. Sorry, you wouldn't believe the number of windows I've got open. Here we go.
That is less than your willpower. No, it is not. Stand corrected.
It's not less than will. So I'm trying to find it. It's
42.
It's not. I'll have to.
You want to luck that?
Ouch. Yeah, definitely.
it.
I'm running out of luck, but let's do it. My mate's on the ground. Restoration. Go.
There you go. Beautiful. Ratash, you recover 6 health.
6. Yeah.
6, yeah, 6 is good.
Yeah. 6 is good.
Yeah, 6 is good.
All right. Then, Angerdak, anything else you wish to do? You have to spend a stamina, I guess, take another action, but...
I would. I'm going to just hold there.
You got it. Biranande.
Quick question: if I do something that lasts for 1 round, would that reset at the start of my next turn, or would it?
Correct. Yeah, your turn.
That would be very beneficial right now.
What are you thinking?
I'm just gonna blind the vampire in front of me by shoving the torch in its eyes.
Ah.
But then, if initiative order-wise, I go before the vampire, so
Although-
it would.
Here's the advantage. Then the initiative would once everyone's it doesn't have any more actions left. When it comes to its turn next time, if one of your turns comes up before it, remember it's blind, which means it can't react to things it can't see.
Okay, I guess I would try and blind it by just shoving the torch in its eyes.
Okay, so go ahead and give us a
Combat
Yeah, sure. Give us a
style?
combat style check. I got a 1 degree of success.
Got nothing.
Okay. So you swing at them. How many AP you got left?
I'm all out now.
All out. Okay. Ratash, you were down, but now you were up, and your arm feels okay. Do you have any AP left?
Yeah, no, not from the last thing.
Okay.
Just
So they have none left. This guy has 1 left. Ooh. I think we're going to try and terrify that Orzamer. Flee. Let's see if I succeed. I did succeed. Give us a willpower check at -20.
No worries.
No problem. Here's that nat 1. Come on. That luck is feeding back in.
So remind me, do I have to just roll a d100 on the system?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, for any stat
okay,
check.
so no worries. Let me just do that now. Here we go.
Come on.
Yes!
Ah, nice.
Yes!
All right, so he tries to get you to flee.
Yeah.
What is Agronak's response to that sorceress terror?
It just goes.
All right, Sinette, do you have any AP left?
Nope.
Or do you wish to spend any stamina?
No. I shall wait.
Okay, I believe that is the end of round... I completely lost... I think it was only round 1, wasn't it? We're on round 2.
I think it is, yeah.
Hot damn. Start of round 2. It is Agronak up first. What would you like to do? 3 AP back?
Oh my giddy life! This thing in front of me, it is not an unlife, is it? It's like a demonic thing.
Those things can be coterminous.
Well, I will try and cast my flee undead.
Yep.
Turn undead. Turn undead 3. I'll do it. I'll throw in the kitchen sink. That is a turn undead 3. It's not going to work, but it's a restoration.
Restoration again. Yep.
So get to my sheet. I'll just roll the restoration for now.
Okay.
And then we'll work out stuff. Come on.
Nice.
That's in.
Success.
That's in.
Okay, so I need a willpower flat with no modifier.
It's at 3. So
Yeah, which I think is 0. I think 1 is minus 20.
Is it 0?
One is plus
You're
20.
right. I think it is. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then, you hit this thing. What do you say as you try and get this thing to go?
I say, I turn to him and say, "You should have fled."
And you hit this thing with a wave.
Yeah.
Does not affect it. 2 more AP.
Oh, bugger.
So I was talking to the guy behind you. I didn't mean to pick a fight.
That's going to cost me. So that's going to cost me.
And you could have restrained cast that, I think, as well.
I could have done so. It's 9.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
What next?
Is anyone else down? Is anyone else? Sinette. Who's down in terms of? No, everyone's.
Only Ratash is injured. Really badly injured.
Okay. I'll try heal ally again then.
Okay.
If I can.
Yeah, of course, absolutely, yeah.
I will do that. I'll do heal ally, which is another restoration.
Here we
so
go.
Let's just see how I do.
Come on.
Restoration. Come on, you stupid thing. Where are we? Here we are. Restoration. Go.
Nice.
Yep. It's in.
Another 6 back, Ratash.
6 back.
yeah, that sounds great. So,
You have 1 more AP, or do you want to bank it?
I'll bank that.
Okay. Nice. Veronende, what are you doing?
I will ignore the vampire in front of me for now, and I will focus on this big, ugly flying thing, and I will try and paralyze it.
Nice. Okay. Oh, thank God. Yeah, I'm out of AP. I say I could do attack of opportunity with a spell, but I am out of AP.
Oh!
Nice. That's not a crit, is it?
Unfortunately not, no.
No. Okay. So I have a willpower at 0. Is that right?
Yeah, no modifier because it's
Okay.
level 3.
Let's see. I failed. This thing is held in place.
I can't resist it now. I can say, now you cannot flee.
Well, here's the thing. There is a special action called resist. So you do have to spend AP, but you get a chance to try and shake something off. So it's a neat mechanic where like you can make a save again, but you have to spend your AP to do it.
Okay.
And it's a is it a secondary or is it a resist is a secondary?
Right.
I'm going to spend one of my AP to try and shake this off. So let's see.
I thought you had no AP.
I don't have any AP because it's not his turn yet. You're absolutely right. Fucking cheating Madison. Who's hacking? Someone flag the administrator. There's one player who's cheating here. Sorry, guys. Ratesh! Oh, that was Viranande. Do you have anything else you wish to do with your 2?
Yes, I would try and to blind the vampire in front of me.
Nice. With the, what do you call it? Yeah, okay.
Wow.
Torch. I think you've got a blind spell too, don't you?
I do, but I'm very low on magic. So.
Ooh, yeah. Yep. Okay, so I got 3.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
And I'll save the last AP just in case.
Okay. Then Ratesh.
Come on, Ratesh.
Yeah, okay. So standing up, I don't know if this counts as an action.
So you can stand up without taking an action, but it draws attacks of opportunity. Both of those clowns are out of AP though.
Yeah, because I have to stand up anyways. So.
Yeah. Well, the other action is there's a special action called Arise. You spend 1 AP and you stand up without taking attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Right.
So
Okay.
but stand up consumes all movement.
Nope.
Or
no. Use leap up. Then it'll be 1 AP to pick up your swords if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 1 AP, and then you start running. Yeah.
So okay.
Okay.
And then I want to attack this one again because.
Please do.
Yes, come on.
I am out of AP, but I will spend one of its stamina points to try and defend.
Although you are paralyzed.
It's also paralyzed.
Oh, but I'm paralyzed. I can't do squat. You're right. Absolutely. I should have said that AP. Oh no, Ratesh, do it.
Come on, Ratesh.
Come on, kill
Destroy
it.
everything. You can
That
have
is
my
a hit
stamina.
with maximum damage.
Doesn't get any better.
So that is 14 plus 2. That's 16 points of damage. Look at this. Oh! Now I'll spend a stamina point to try and shake off the to get the extra action to try and shake off. Actually, this won't make a fucking difference because I can't spend another AP to take another action. So, Ratesh, you still have one more action. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I would just try to hit him
Finish it.
second time. I think that's the thing I have to do now.
Come on.
Twice is lucky.
Oh!
Have you got
Not
anything?
enough.
By 6.
What about your stamina? Can you anything with that?
Yes, he could take one more action, and because of his crazy
Yeah.
cat style, he could step one more closer and try and attack with that short sword.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Awesome.
Great.
Go for the last ditch effort here.
Come on.
This was wrong, but yeah, okay, come on. Fix this later. And roll first. So let's see. Come on. Yes!
That's a hit! Go ahead and roll for superior.
Superior.
So
Four.
4 plus
Four,
4 is 8 plus 2 is 10. Tell us what it looks like as Ratesh clears a blood fiend.
Yeah, I think I snuck up behind and then just managed to, right between the shoulder blades, I can step this. Whatever.
This thing hits down, and perhaps unsurprisingly, all the minion vampires also. I'm assuming they saw the time.
That was close, yeah.
Oh.
Now, what you will find, the Viper is dead in the blood pool. A sacrifice, the Molag Ball.
Wow.
But the hammer, while drained, still lives. How does this end? And as you consider that, let me show you one more time what brought us here in the first place.
Yeah. So,
I think Verninde will just say we just need his head.
yeah.
And look at Ratesh.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what we came for, his head. So let's leave the rest of his body here and just take his head.
So I think, tell me if I have this wrong, he seems so woozy. So as he comes up towards, as you step towards him on the end of that podium, ready to fall into the blood pool, he turns and kind of finally recognizes you, and he starts to trash talk. Well, you're gonna, and you just grab his head, fuck, and it is separated from his body.
Yeah.
Body falls in.
Yeah.
The blood sacrifice is complete. And the temple begins to rumble. Good of you guys to offer up more blood for Molag Bal.
Yeah.
What do you guys do?
Take the head and run.
Run!
Why doesn't everyone give us let's see here, an athletics check? Agranak, as a reminder, you can roll your alteration in place of what do you call it? Athletics, if you feel that's better. Anyone who fails, roll 1d6 and take that much damage.
Yeah, okay. I failed by 1, but still 1d6. So 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to spend the stamina for physical exertion and get plus 20 on this.
Hell yes. Awesome use of that. Yep. Yeah, Ratesh is tanked out.
No, that's doesn't.
A reroll.
Ooh, this will be 1d6 damage for Verninde. Your luck, your armor won't protect against whatever damage this is. By the way. Okay.
I shall use alteration. I will convince the temple that I am further away than it thinks I am.
Yep.
Amazing.
So it'll cost you 2 magicka.
And I will do it.
Nice. Oh, no, but Sinette, you passed, didn't you? 24?
No, I thought I had 1 point, but my token hadn't refreshed, so I didn't have a point to spend.
No, wait a minute. No, 51. Wait a minute.
So I took 6.
No, I don't do it. No, I'm 51. That's
51.
no, that's not going to do it, is it?
No,
It's
her
against my
strength
willpower,
is
isn't it?
42. Oh, 51 for alteration against your willpower is 42.
No, that doesn't work. So I'll spend my last bit of luck.
Heck yeah.
Can
You can do
another
it.
roll?
Oh yeah, this is alteration, not the other. And Sinette, you could have spent a point of stamina to get plus 20 to that roll too.
Oh.
I can't conceivably think why you wouldn't have done that. So would a 50? I think a 51 would have passed then, right?
Yeah, it would have done actually. Yeah, you're right.
I'll roll a 60.
Oh, that wouldn't work for alteration though. Unfortunately, you can sub in
okay,
alteration
alright.
for it, but you don't get to add the. Yeah.
Okay. No, that's a
Your
fair.
magical trickery won't get you anything. So Agranak, so basically as you guys are fleeing here and the temple begins to rumble and pull itself towards Cold Harbor, the Daedric plain where Molag Bal is lord, you guys manage to escape, and running through town as it collapses around you, collecting your horses, and of course, keeping a hand on the head. Did anyone grab the Viper's head, by the way?
Obviously not. Because wasn't she already in the blood pool?
She was in the blood pool. She was dead.
Yeah.
I'm sure that Lord Perrin will not insist on both in order for for payment. But guys, as you are fleeing the ruins of Tamwold Cove, all of which is collapsing in as you're escaping. This is very Michael Bay-esque. As you're racing through this town, as it's pulled into this Daedric plain. What do we see when you reach the edge of the kind of event horizon for this. The water has rushed into the cove, swallowing everything that was there. I guess including your horses, probably.
No, we didn't. We did take the horses.
Did you grab? Oh, you grabbed the horse on the way out?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So then you guys are out, and looking back on this, what is our closing scene with our heroes? Anyone have luck left?
No, I spent my last one.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah. What a satisfying ending.
Ratesh is grubbing his arm. He's wounded. No, it isn't wounded because you spent that. You burned that luck.
Yeah. It just worked out.
So Sinette, with the, I guess someone asks, maybe as you're standing there, whether someone grabbed the Viper's head. And knowing that it did not occur, are you keeping the Hammer's head and trying to bring it back and negotiate for less, or do you cast it away and leave this aside, having satisfied your vengeance?
Nah, I think we'd have to take it back because it's honor is a bit of a mute point now. It's all about the money as well as the
I'm saying
revenge.
the money is probably, if he said bring the head of both and you did not bring both.
There'll be some strong negotiation on that.
Yeah, but I wonder if in the beginning of the session he didn't especially complain about the head of him. So I think we could actually try to argue this.
We'll watch that back.
Ratesh, why don't you leave the talking to myself when we meet the good Lord and let's see what can be achieved.
Yes.
Excellent. So with that, you guys turn your horses and begin riding up this abandoned road, which now leads to nowhere. It'll be several weeks before you reach back at the county of Caithwick, but I am certain you will have your arguments prepared by that time, or failing that, there are Viranunde's enchantments. So with that, it will bring to end, or this will bring to an end, the Hammer and the Viper. So first off, I'll go into the outro in a moment here, but a huge thank you to Ingolf, Graham, Darren, and David for playing this. We happened to have an open day in the schedule, and I was really excited to get this game back to the table. Thank you very, very much, guys, for agreeing to play this again. This was such a fucking fun thing to write and run, so thank you very, very much.
That's great.
For those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the campaign, or the game we're playing, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. There is also, as a reminder, in the description of this video, there's a link to where you can get this game. You can get not only the core rulebook, which is over there. I have consolidated all of the separate scrolls into one big thing here. So there's a ton of great stuff that's in there, as well as some cheat sheets and whatnot. And I'll be posting all of the characters we played today on the Dungeon Musing Discord servers, Assorted Games channel, I guess, for it. You can find a link to that down below. You can also leave comments over there for any comment or question you have about the session. There's also a ton of other channels over there, like Finding a Group or GM Discussion, or otherwise just hanging out. There's a great community that's built up over the years over there, and you are more than welcome to join us. There is also a link down below to our friends at Noble Knight Games. Noble Knight Games is the preeminent unionized retailer of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs in North America. They have an amazing selection of new role-playing games, board games, and card games, but really, the thing I love them for is their unmatched selection of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs. If they do not have something in stock that is listed in their extensive catalog, you can put it on a want list, and you can. They will then send you an email when it comes in. And if you make a purchase of $10 or more through their website, be sure to enter the code MuserWinter, and you will save yourself 10% on your purchase. If you're listening to this after April 15th, 2024, come back to one of our more recent videos, and you will find what the current discount code is there. there is also a link down below to something called Heroes Save Villages. That is the charity fundraising campaign we run on the channel. It benefits the SOS Children's Villages International Charity. I'm going to move us back to the title screen because it is driving me nuts. I forgot to do that. It benefits over 80,000 orphaned and abandoned children in over 130 countries, and all donations that go through that link go directly to SOS Children's Villages International. None of it goes to the channel or any other middleman. It just goes to help out the kids who benefit from their services. You can learn all about that by following that link, and as so for the first half of the year, we are running charity sessions that have been selected by donors from last year. Around midway through the year, we're going to switch over to some new options for donors this year, but we do have, starting in 2 days, an exciting charity session. On May 4th, we will be running 2 sessions of 2 different Star Wars games. Well, probably the same game, but 2 parts of the story, but I don't know. We'll see. This session, as befitting for May the 4th, will be a Star Wars game, but donors who have donated $25 or more to the Hero Save Villages campaign since January 1st, 2024, will be able to vote on the 4 different components of those adventures. Each week you'll be voting on one of these. First week will be the setting, and this will be will have both in continuity and out of continuity options, what kind of heroes we're playing, what kind of villains we're facing, and what RPG we're using. We have a number of great official and non-official selections, so there are some of which have been contributed to by members of our community. So we'll have a lot of great options for the donors to vote on. Every week you'll be able to vote on each of those options. If you donated $25 or more, flip me a proof of your donation to dungeonmusings@gmail.com and then head over to the Charity Initiatives channel to vote on what components. We'll be starting voting in 2 days at the time of recording. April 1st, we'll be opening up, and then every week there will be a new thing to vote on. And then once everyone has voted on it, I will write sessions to fit those criteria. Really should have thought better of leaving the game to last, but who the fuck likes doing things easy? We will be opening up for similar options where donors, if you donated since January, you will have and $25 or more, you'll be having an opportunity to vote on all the rest of the charity sessions for the second half of 2024, which is very quickly coming. Now, the last thing I will say is an enormous thank you once again to our stalwart Elder Scrolls heroes. So, Ingolf, Graham, Darren, and David, thank you again for playing. Yeah, I had so much fun running this. I absolutely love this game. This is one of my favorite games to write and to run, and it was so fucking cool to see you guys beat up a vampiric demon. So congratulations. And I only killed one of you, kind of. So, for those listening at home, I'm sure we will be back in Tamriel sooner rather than later, but until then, we hope that we gave you a few hours to take your mind off the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our heroes are trying to resolve in the land of Tamriel. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.